like to come on before we start cracking on about this game. Still waiting, now we're on. Hey guys, how you going? So today on BKRsport, we are here for a game that honestly could be quite crazy. It could be quite the crazy one, but not the one in regards to how close it is. The Melbourne Storm versus the Brisbane Broncos, and realistically, realistically the Melbourne Storm should be winning this one by about 400. So I had to turn that down. But yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are of this game. The Melbourne Storm obviously coming into this game after they lost to the Panthers last week in a very close game, actually 12-10, I think it was, or maybe 14-12. The Panthers just being able to hold them out there. The Storm are actually on back-to-back losses for the first time in a very long time. This team never usually has back-to-back losses. But guess what? The Storm are coming into this game after losing 2 in a row, which is absolutely shocking. Now, the first win of the season came against the Rabbitohs in round 1. Well, they didn't necessarily look that great in the second half, but they looked very good in the first half. So, you know, they just have to really this game. It doesn't matter how shit they are. They'll still win against the Broncos. But, yeah, overall, the Storm haven't been that impressive so far this year, and this should be a statement game for them. This should be a statement game, and I'd be nervous if I was a Broncos fan. I'd be nervous if I was a Broncos fan in any game, let alone this one against the Storm after back-to-back losses in Melbourne. Broncos, on the other hand, they're coming in off a very good win against the Bulldogs, 24-0, but the thing is that was against the Bulldogs, and we all know the Bulldogs are the Bulldogs. They just lost to 0 for the third time in a row. 3 games in a row, 80, 160, 240, 240 minutes they have gone without scoring a single point, the Bulldogs. And that's who the Broncos won 24-0 against last week. Now, look, it's all well and cool to say the Broncos scored 24 points and won that one 24-0, but in the same sense, it was the shittest team in the competition right now. Then before that, they obviously lost to the Titans. It was 12 points, but it was a much bigger deficit than that. And in round 1, the Broncos... actually, who did the Broncos play in round 1? Who did the Broncos play in round 1? I think they got beaten quite considerably, didn't they? Actually, I can't really remember. Let me have a look. Let me quickly have a... You guys will say it in the chat, but I'm like 7 seconds in front of you, so... give me 1 second here as I check out who they played in round 1. They played the Parramatta Eels, that's right. They were up 16-0 at halftime and fell apart and lost 24-16 in that one. So, yeah, look, the Broncos, they do have the ability to stay in games, but they don't have the ability to win the games. They have the ability to keep up for a good 40 minutes, and they don't have the ability to win them besides last week. So, look, I think the Storm should win by a very significant amount. But let me know what your thoughts are of the game, guys, what your score prediction is. I'm going to go. I was very close in the last game, and when we were streaming the Rabbits and Dogs game, it was 38-0. I predicted 40-0 before the game started, so it was very damn well close. And last night, I predicted Manly to lose by 44-0, and they lost 46-6. So I was very close in that one too. So let's try and go for the trifecta of very close games here in regards to the prediction. I'm going to say the Storm are going to win this, and I'm going to say they're going to win it 52-10. 52-10. You know why? Because I think the Storm are really going to want to prove that everyone was wrong in regards to the fact that people have been starting to slap up the Storm a little bit. You know, they've started to talk a little bit too much shit. I've heard a lot of people say Storm won't make the 8. If you think the Storm aren't making the 8, you're an idiot. They are absolutely making the 8. The bottom 8 this year is despicably bad. Despicably bad. Bottom 6, I'd say. Maybe not the bottom 8. Bottom 6, they're despicably bad. I mean, the Storm aren't worse than the teams that are fighting for that 8 spot either. So they're still going to be fighting for a top 4 spot. Do I think they're going to make top 4? Maybe, because it's not exactly a out-and-out 4th spot right now. Panthers, Rabbits, and Eels are the top 3 so far anyway. And then you obviously have to weigh in the Raiders, who I don't think have been that good so far this season. You have to weigh in the Storm. You could technically throw in the Titans, Knights, and Warriors. Am I forgetting anybody right now? I don't really know. But and then who's just the ones missing the 8? The Sharks. You know, it's just really tough to see. But yeah, the top 4, I'd say the top 3 is pretty much locked down. But top 4 is maybe a bit more question marks on it. But guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get chatting about the game. Daniel Mahoney says, hey, man, I'm sorry if I keep saying Mahoney and Mahoney. It just is what it is, my man. 3511 Tyler says, who do you personally want to win? I want the Storm to win by 50. 3511 Tyler says, 50, Storm. Jordan Marin says, Bronx are going to smash. Gonna smash? Gonna get smashed. We're just waiting here for the guys to run out onto the field, by the way. Namani Babakabo says, let's go Storms. Hey, getting around the Storm. Rishi Production says, halftime score, Storm 16, Broncos 0. I think the Storm are going to be up like over 20 points in the first half. Look, I think people have gotten some false confidence after last week with the Broncos. I think they didn't realise that the Broncos last week, despite winning 24-0, were despicably bad. Like, they were horrible. Right? Besides the last 20 minutes of that game where Isako scored a try randomly after some nice little brilliance from one of the worst fullbacks in the competition, they were just as bad as the Bulldogs, just not as bad as the Bulldogs. Their team today, Isako was fullback, Coates and Mead as the wingers, with Farnworth and New as the centres, Milford did in the halves, Lodge, Haas as the front row forwards, Turpin, hooker, with Glenn, Ricky and Carrigan as the second rowers. People forget how shit the Broncos were actually last week, just because they won 24-0 against the worst team in the comp. But they were still despicably bad for 60 minutes. David Formosa says, go the Broncos. Tanushka Khan says, Cowboys top 8. God damn, brother. They're looking like a wooden spoon's coming their way at this point. Ryan and Zarkle says, shit, I have Sharks at 16th. Yeah, no, that's not happening, brother. They'll probably be like 9, 10. I'd probably say 9, 10 or so. Storm, Pappenhausen is back for them this week with Jennings and Adokar as the wingers, Smith and Olam in the centres with Munster and Hughes as the halves. JC Bromwich and Christian Welch in the front row forward with Brandon Smith as the hooker. Still waiting for Harry Grant. Eisenhuth, Kenny Bromwich and Kamikamita. Tosoviti Kamikamita is going to be playing as well in the lock position. So the Storm are running out into the field right now. Namani Baba Kambal says, I love their original jerseys, the Storm. Yeah, look, I think this jersey tonight looks really, really solid. This jersey tonight looks really, really solid, to be honest with you. Trinush Kakar says, it's weird how I support Cowboys and I'm from Melbourne. It is weird, considering that Melbourne Storm are one of the best teams in the comp ever. You could argue it alongside, your teams like your Broncos, who were very, very good for a very large portion. Your Rabbitohs, who have a lot of premierships. However, a lot of those were in black and white and before I was born. Actually, pretty much all of them, besides one, actually. I've only seen them win one premiership in my life, which was 2014, the Rabbitohs. People forget that. People forget the Rabbitohs have only won one premiership in the last, unless I'm wrong, because I grew up with the Rabbitohs being absolutely diabolically shithouse and coming last every year, until the 2010s, where they became very good and obviously won in 2014, but they've only won one in my lifetime. Ryan Anzarkle says, always a Rabbitohs supporter in the stands, and no matter what. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Even when you go to Chicago, man, I've seen a Rabbitohs fan at a Chicago Cubs game before. But the game has started here, guys. So let's go, baby. Let's go. So the Broncos will start off with the ball. Blood Dragon says, I support the Warriors, Chiefs, and Knicks, and I'm from Queensland. Yeah, but Warriors, Chiefs, and Knicks. Yeah, but you must be a Kiwi. You have to be a Kiwi. There's no way you couldn't be a Kiwi if you're from Queensland. You have to be of, Kiwi descent. There's no way you support 3 New Zealand teams and you're Australian. You probably live here and stuff like that, and you grew up here, but it has to be family or something from New Zealand there. Dasmate says they went 41 years without winning one. Yeah, exactly right. 41 years. There's only one team that's beaten that, and that's the Shaggies with 50. But the Parramatta Eels are currently on a 36 years without one streak, and if they don't win in the next year or two, they'll continue on for a good another decade because they'll have to rebuild. Tanushka Carr says we've been getting wooden spoon contention. No, the Cowboys are absolutely wooden spoon contention after last week, man. They were despicable. Ryan Pappenhausen, and the whole season so far, the first 3 games. They play the Sharks tomorrow. I will be vlogging in that game, Sharks and Cowboys at Cogra, before I vlog the Titans-Raiders game. And trust me, man, you're not gonna have fun with the old Cowboys this year. Second tackle leave at the Storm. They're 25 metres out from their own line. Josh Adokar, big run here from the winger. Wow, from the centre of the field, the wingers having a crack. Lamanu, sorry. Gee whiz, I've got a crack on my screen, and it was like giving me, it was difficult. Anyway, this game going to be a flogging. I'm feeling we're going to get a wooden spoon again. Nah, oh my God, there was a strip for the Broncos, and then there was a strip from the Storm. So the Storm had the ball back. The Broncos stripped it 1-on-1, had the ball, and then the ball was stripped back by Brandon Smith. But no, I don't think the Broncos are wooden spoon. I think Broncos are around the 12, 13 mark. I predicted them about 12 pre-season, and I think they're better than the bottom 4 teams. I think they're better than the Cowboys. I think they're better than the Bulldogs, Manly, and the Drag. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think the Dragons. Dragons haven't played anybody yet. Pappenhausen at the left-hand side here. Kenny Bromwich gets off to Josh Adokar. Should be a try. 15 metres out. 10 metres out. Oh, he's still going here, Josh Adokar. Gets the ball off to Munster. Munster out to the right side here for Jerome Hughes. Hughes underneath there for Bromwich. Bromwich is going to be about 10 metres out here for tackle. Here we go. Storm can get on the board early here. For tackle, Cam Munster. Munster hit Jerome Hughes. Hughes underneath. Oh, good defence there by the Broncos. You don't say that much. 6 metres out here for the Storm. It is 0-0, but it's about to be 6. Munster underneath the puck. Oh, that was terrible. Sorry. No. And don't even at me about the Broncos having good defence there for that one. That was just Munster with one of the worst plays I've ever seen in my life. The shit was that? Tanushka Kasa Sport Reaction, the only team I've been supporting in Cowboys in NRL. Yeah, it's weird with Tanush. I don't really understand. Oh my God, the Broncos are bad. The Broncos just knocked the ball on. I honestly have a spaz attack watching some of these teams in the NRL this year. Truly, you see me doing that a lot this year. The Manly are that bad. I did that against Panthers. The Dogs are that bad against Rabbitohs today. I did that against the Rabbitohs. And today, I've already done it with the Broncos. Like, they've lost the ball 5 metres out in the Storm. You don't need to give the Storm any help. Oh, they've already scored. Josh Adokar. Adokar's going to score here. And, oh, did he lose that? Or did he go out? Did he catch it? Did he score it? I think he's pretty happy with that, but does he go out, though, is the question. So the Storm have scored a try here. We will go to the video ref here. He's going to call no try. I'm pretty sure he gets the ball down because Adokar would know if he puts that ball down or not, but they're going to check if he's in. They're going to check if he's in. Daniel Base's nerves dropping the ball. No, I'm pretty certain he's pretty confident with it. And I don't think that Josh Adokar would celebrate if he knew that it wasn't going to be a try. I think the only thing we're worried about here is if he goes out or not. And he is out. I think he probably puts that down. I think he probably gets given the try there, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty certain that his knee goes over the line before he puts it down. Yeah. I think it's going to be a no try. I'm pretty certain they would call that a try if his knee wasn't on the line, but that's a no try. If the knee was above, wasn't touching the line, ooh, that's actually close. They set it up as a no try. Nah, it's you can see green there. You can see green there. I don't think he drops the ball. I think this could be a try. They're calling touchline. That's a difficult call. I wouldn't necessarily guarantee that because you can see green in between his leg and the touchline there. They're going to call no try. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue it too much. But I think if that was given a try, I think they would have looked at that more, and I would have thought that they would have called it a try because it didn't actually necessarily 100% look like his leg was on the line. I originally thought that his knee came in contact with the line from first glance when the try happened. And I thought he held on to the ball, and I think it was fine. Close, but fine. But yeah, it was a tough call there, but because he went up as no try, I think you have to give it as a no try 100%. Jordan Merrin says, trash, no try. Well, no, I would completely disagree. I would completely disagree. I think that just shows the Storm are going to score and score well today. Sport Reaction says they went up as a try. No, they did not. They don't go up as a try. Sport Reactions in NRL today. I know you would that last year it was like that, but NRL today, if they go to the video ref, that means it's a no try. They don't call try on the field anymore. Oh, the Broncos have knocked the ball on again. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. The Broncos have now knocked the ball on again. I'm actually like, what is this? What is this? It's Sarko. I had someone on Clarkie's buddy Instagram live last night telling me that Asako was one of the better fullbacks in the game, and I said, you're an idiot. And, and that proves it right there. Chine says, I cannot be able to watch the game live, but here I am watching you live and getting updates. Thank you, mate, all the way from Papua New Guinea. Good on you, man. Appreciate you. That's what we're here for. Wish I could show you the game live due to broadcasting restrictions, I cannot. But good that you're still enjoying it, and love your support all the way in Papua New Guinea. So 5 minutes gone here, guys, and the Storm here with the ball 15 minutes out of the Broncos line because the Broncos have knocked the ball on twice in the first 4.5 minutes. And they've both been 5-10 metres out from their own line. So second tackle leave with the Storm, 10 metres out. The Storm have to score here. Absolutely have to score here with all this attacking pressure right now. Jerome Hughes. Hughes out to Munster. Munster to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen. Oh, my God. The amount of knock-ons in this game is going to make me infuriated. Oh, the Broncos are away here. Coates is going to score here. Coates might score here. Oh, Adokar's going to get him. Adokar. Oh, wow. Adokar just didn't... What is Adokar doing? The Broncos are going to score. What? These shit? What? Josh Adokar, what are you doing, bro? Josh Adokar had his number easy. Why did he dive so early? Why did Josh Adokar dive so early there? What the shit, Storm? And this shows you the Storm aren't the same team as normal, but like, what is Olam doing there? Justin Olam knocks the ball on. Tessie New gets the ball. Tessie New gets it off to Did, and gets it off to Coates. Adokar has him covered easy. Why is Adokar diving there? Why is Adokar diving there? He had him very easy. So Broncos score a try. This is the most weirdest game because the Broncos have knocked the ball on literally twice in the first 4.5 minutes, 10 minutes out from their own line. And yet the Storm have now just given up a try, a length of the field try. And Adokar had that try saver easy. What is he doing? Wow. Josh Sampson's Blazers not going to the Knights and Dragons game on Sunday. Well, hold on, Channel 9? No. Okay. Dasmate says, I got Bellamy 13+. F-bombs. Storm are still going to win this easy, guys. Don't get me wrong. But, like, it's just crazy. This is the Storm nowadays. This is the Storm nowadays. But at least it gives hope for the Broncos fans, which makes it even better. But, like, I just can't believe he dived so early there. 3511 Tyler says, why did he dive? He was going to get him. Literally, he had him covered 40 metres out and dives to try and trip him over. You don't need to trip him over. You can tackle him, bro. I reckon Addo-Carr could have gotten around him and then got him front on. That's how fast he was compared to Coates. Coates wasn't that fast then. Addo-Carr could have had him covered by running around him. Like, he literally could have run around the bloke. Like, anyway. Sport Action says Broncos were so bad. They were, and yet the Storm, buddy. Why is my KO frozen here? Why is my KO frozen? I don't know why my KO is frozen right now. Oh, now it's back on. Let me try and go back to live. Cameron says, wow, great start for the Broncos. Is it though? Like, it's a good start points-wise, but their game, they've knocked the ball on twice already. Like, let's relax a little bit. But, yeah, they'll be happy with the points considering how bad they have been. Like, the Broncos have been terrible, but yet they've got 6 points on the board. It's crazy. Dasmate says, here come all the Bronx fans. Yeah, all the Broncos fans will come out, but they did against Parramatta too when they were up 16-0 saying that we're back, baby. And the next week they got pumped by the Titans. So second tackle here for the Broncos. They're going, oh my God, why is my KO freezing so much? Dearden out to the right hand side here for Isako. Isako's going to get taken down here about 35 metres out here from their own line. Karen Mavita says, wow, that try was not Melbourne-like at all. Exactly right. It's really strange. I'm actually confused that Melbourne gave up that try. It's not normal to me. It's just not a normal Melbourne thing to do. Broncos fans will think it's because they're fantastic, but like that's just not a normal Melbourne thing to do. It's really odd the way this Melbourne team is playing this year. Oh, Pappenhausen's away here. Oh, he nearly got away. That was last second dive there by Tommy Dearden. I tell you what, Dearden's the guy that should be there. Like Dearden is the guy that should be in the halves alongside Anthony Milford, and obviously we're seeing that right now. In the first 8 minutes, he hasn't put a foot wrong, to be honest with you. Wisdom Pelican says, hi Blaze, sorry I'm late. I just watched MacArthur vs Perth Glory. I'm fuming. Who won? All I know is in the AFL, gee whiz, Western Bulldogs with an absolutely massive 120-point win against North Melbourne. Ouch. Josh Bruce with like 10 goals. Hughes here puts that ball down deep into the bottom right-hand corner. That's actually going to be a very good kick. It's going to sit up here in goal, and the Storm with a nice chase. They're going to keep him down here about 5 minutes out. Isako, bro, run straight when you're coming out of the line, bro. You have to run straight. Cam Evans says, I know that this Storm team is still great, but Cam Smith leaving will have a huge impact on the Storm team. I've been saying it, like this team is obviously lacking in composure and lacking in leadership and lacking in direction, and that's what Cameron Smith brought. I've always believed that Craig Bellamy is the guy there that gets the results of this team, and this team will still win more games than not this year, and still is a definite top 4 team, top 6, well not top 4 necessarily, but top 6 definitely. But they're not the same team as before, and that's why I think the Storm aren't going to win the premiership this year. I don't necessarily have them as a title contender. Realistically, for me, I only believe it's between the Rabbits and Panthers, but people also think the Eels. Fair enough too. But for me, it's really just between the Panthers and the Rabbitohs for me. Jai90 says, when Cameron Smith retired, they have played a lot different. Yep, they're losing the composure, losing the direction, and there's no real experience. Like, they've got, obviously, some nice players there, very nice players there, and they're always going to have nice players there, but it's just, that's got to be a set of 6. That's got to be 6 restart. That's got to be a set restart, ref. Come on, man. Sport Action says, Harry Grant dominated Origin and bad bottom 4 side. What? Jerome Hughes here with the ball. But Harry Grant's not playing, man. Harry Grant's not playing. So this shows you that without someone who is absolutely at the utmost quality, like Storm could still win this by 50, right? They're not going to at this point, but Storm could still win this by 50. And yet there's still questions that need to be asked because this is just not normal. This is not normal to watch from a non-biased fan's perspective of the Storm. So fit tackle here, and Fedime is out here. Munster puts the ball up. Pretty average kick, to be honest with you. Goes straight, and it's going to be in goal too. That's a terrible kick. Munster's been shocking today. This opening 10 minutes, Munster has been terrible. So 10 minutes in, guys, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. Wow, this is a real disappointing start here from the Storm. Execution says, I got the Raiders and Rabbits to win Raiders in the grand final. They've looked average in this first 3 weeks, to be honest with you, man. That's why I think the Titans have a good chance tomorrow, because I think the Raiders have looked very average. I didn't think they were great against the Tigers, besides running home strong in the second half, but the Tigers are a bottom 4 team. That's a knock-on from Dearden, and Storm going to get the ball here about the halfway line. you know, that's a penalty. That's absolutely a penalty there again. Are you joking? How is that not a penalty there against Turpin? But yeah, I thought the Raiders were pretty average against the Tigers, despite running home late on in that game. The Raiders obviously lost to the Warriors whilst being up. Kami Kamita shot the ball. Oh my God, this team is knocking the ball on. Both teams have knocked the ball on like 3 times each. Both teams have knocked the ball on like 3 times each, lads. What the shit? Cam Abbott says, no, you can't doubt the Storm. I am doubting them. Patrick Nan says Munster has been a bit up and down this year so far. Agreed. The reason why I am doubting the Storm is because this is not the first time I'm saying this. I have said, against the Panthers, they fell apart in the second half. No one listened to me when I said this in week 1, by the way. And in the preview, I think I said in the season preview. And against the actually, arguably since the round 24 last year for the Storm, every second half they haven't been good. Every second half they struggle. Right, you go and have a look at the Panthers game specifically in the grand final. Olam was just whomping up for a whack there and got him down there 45 minutes out even the Storm line. The Storm got flogged in the second half against the Panthers. They got arguably flogged against the Rabbitohs in the second half, but still held on for the win in both those games. Fair enough. Then the Storm played who they played, and they got Eels. They weren't great in the second half there. Then they played last week against the Panthers and weren't great in the second half there. And now we're in round 4, and this is their bread and butter right now. With 13 minutes into the game, and this is where they should be dominating because they've been really good in the first half in every single game so far. So what the bloody shit is going on in regards to their game today? This is when they usually are good. So if this is how they're good, can you imagine what's going to happen in the second half? But then again, Broncos always fall apart in the second half lately. Oh, Jennings is still going to get out here. Jennings, get out, bro. Go dive. Go dive some. Ryan and Zach said he scored. Coates, he scored. Yeah, Coates scored, if someone's asking who scored the first try. Ashton Allen says Xavier Coates. Yep. Western Pelicans says the Storm have been very disappointing so far. This game, yes. I'd say they've been disappointing overall so far this season because they are out of the top 8, mind you. Don't forget that. We're 3 rounds into the season. I know it's only 3 rounds. It's only been, 6 points on offer, but they're still out of the top 8, which has never happened. You know, when you've got a team like the Titans in the top 4, and you've got a team like the Storm out of the top 8, it's still weird to look at. I can say that because I'm a Titans fan. So Fitzak will leave at the Storm. They're 45 minutes out here from the Broncos line. Appreciate you 351 Tyler for saying you're my favourite YouTuber. And that little bad boy boot goes straight up there. And that's an interesting kick, actually. That was close to a penalty, to be honest with you. But the Broncos will get the ball here 20 minutes out from their own line. Karen Maverick says Broncos can make this a game if they capitalise on the Storm's errors. Yeah. The thing that's going to annoy me is that Broncos fans will think they've been very good in this game. Both these teams have been terrible in this game. The Broncos have knocked the ball on many times. The Storm have knocked the ball on many times. I actually don't get. Is it getting to a point where the Broncos are so bad that the other team becomes bad with them? Like, is it getting to that point? Because it just seems like this team knocks the ball on and makes so many errors that the other team, when they're playing them, makes so many errors themselves. It's crazy. It's crazy. Matt Lodge gets taken down there, 40 minutes out, fit tackle. Daniel Bates says, is it Coates or Coates? I would have absolutely no idea. Milford there. Milford's really interesting too. He has a 50-50 game every 2 seconds, or that could be too far there. Will be too far, and will be a 7-tackle set here for the Storm. Milford can have a bloody fantastic game and then also in the same game have a horrific game. Look at the game against the Titans, for example. Milford was literally the worst player on the field by a long way and actually helped the Titans to win that one. But in game 1, he was very good in the first half. In the second half, he was just nowhere. Game 3, he was just really terrible for 60 minutes and then kind of woke up in the last 20 minutes. It's really strange with Milford. He has so much ability. I believe in him. I believed in him. He was so good in 2015, maybe even 2016, but he completely fell apart with the Broncos. And it's just odd to see that this guy doesn't know kind of how to have just a full-on great game for a full 80 minutes. Storm here, left-hand side. Adokar knocks the ball on. Storm, I've knocked the ball on 3, 4, 5 times. Why are the Storm knocking the ball on so much? Like, why? What is going on? The Storm have knocked the ball on again, lads. I can't believe it. Miller, Twomey says, Bunnies and Panthers in grand final. Yeah, I agree, but what's going on with the Storm here? They're knocking the ball on every time they get the ball. Wow. Chine says, 100% with you. It's so weird to see Titans up above Storm, especially now. Yeah, top 4. And I genuinely believe we can win tomorrow. And I'll be vlogging it, so that vlog will come out for you guys on Sunday. Ashton Ellis says Storm are going to lose. No, they're not going to lose the game. Considering how bad the Storm have been, they're only down 6-0, and the only reason they're down 6-0 is off a clear error in the attacking 20 where the Broncos ran away with it from said error. When a team scores from an error, like for example last week with the Roosters versus the Rabbitohs, the Roosters scored a try through Tedesco with that error, but in the same sense, it's, oh my God, this game is just disgusting right now. Oh my God, the Storm are going to have the ball. The Broncos are going to give them another chance. The Broncos have given them another chance with a knock-on. This is just knock-on city right now. Storm left-hand side here, gets up to Olam. Olam here, 20 minutes out, 15 minutes out, run. Ooh, good run there by Olam though, 10 minutes out. Sport Reaction says, Storm have played 3 top 3 teams. The Titans should be higher. What do you mean the Titans should be higher? They're like, what, 4th place? Kenny Bromwich is kicking on 2nd tackle. How the Titans should be higher? They're 4th place. You can't get too much higher, man. You can't get too much higher. What do you want, mate? We've been like bottom 4 for like 10 years, and now we're top 4, and you're like, oh, they should be higher. What the shit are you smoking, butter? Oh man. Oh no! Now Sport Reactions is getting upset because I'm insulting the Storm. That's funny. Oh no, Sport Reactions, don't cry, man. Come on, bro. I'm actually supporting your team today. So 17 minutes gone here in this first half. It's still 6-0 to the Brisbane Broncos. But Christian Welch with probably about 12-minute run there. Miller says, yeah, Broncos always choke when they lead. Oh, yeah. Nah, the Storm still win the game. Don't you worry. The Storm still win this game, but they're just not looking good to start off with here at all. Why is Kenny Bromwich a front row forward kicking on 2nd tackle? That tells you everything you need to know. It doesn't make sense. Oh, that was terrible by Dearden there. Terrible defense by Dearden. So 23 metres out here for the Storm. 3rd tackle. And Bromwich going to roll that ball back to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen to Brand Smith. Brand Smith to Kamita Tosaviti, baby. Ooh, Tosaviti, baby. And that's going to be 13 metres out here. 4th tackle for the Storm. Left-hand side. Brand Smith goes out to Munster. Munster here. Forward pass. Munster has been the worst player on the field by a country mile in this game so far. Munster has looked like a Queensland Cup player at this point. I can't believe it. He's knocked the ball on. He's thrown a forward pass. He's given away a penalty. What is Munster doing? Like, that's just terrible, man. That's a clear forward pass. Miller Tuimi says this is when the Storm come back. Nah, I think probably it has to be later on. Like, this is just terrible. Dasmate says something about the Suns, buddy. I'm actually genuinely confused here. Like, I've gone from being annoyed and frustrated about how shit the Dogs are and their fans deserve better, to wondering how the hell the Storm have been this bad. Like, they're clearly missing Cameron Smith, and don't argue it. Like, they're clearly missing Cameron Smith and the leadership and direction of Cameron Smith, the stability of Cameron Smith. Like, you can't argue it at this point. Execution says Hughes and Munster have been out of form. Absolutely. Brendan Westling says, I wonder if the cameras are getting a visual of Bellamy, a ticking time bomb waiting to explode with each mistake Melbourne made. 100% forward pass. Forward pass in the Broncos? Huh? How do you call the last one for, but not that one? How do you call the last one for, but not that one? That's about cool. But 4 tackle leave the Broncos, 45 minutes out of the Storm. That was absolutely a forward pass there out of the wing. Blaze Hitcham says, this is going to be another Bulldogs and Broncos game, my STG. Yeah, fair enough, to be honest, mate. The Broncos just know how to make you feel like be shit. The Broncos know how to be shit with you, and they're good at being shit. So it's like they're going to beat you at being shit. What is Milford doing? Oh, he's going to get the offload away. That's what he's going to do. Don't you dare try and strip that, bro. So it's going to be Storm ball here, 22 metres out from their own line. Mitchell Vella says the Storm have not turned up. Absolutely goddamn lootly they haven't. But there's still 60 minutes to go here. Obviously, the Eels, they didn't turn up for 40 minutes, and then they, came back from 16-0 down at half-time against the Broncos to win 24-16, and that was in Brisbane. So, anything can happen in this game still, and it is still the Storm, but there has to come to a point where you have to realise this Storm team has fallen away from what they used to be. Like, I don't care if they win by 60 at this point. They couldn't finish off a game last week against the Panthers with no Cleary and no Cottesell. They struggled to finish off the game against the Rabbitohs, but albeit a bit better than other games. And Munster here, he's going to knock the ball on, is he? No, he's going to get to halfway, though. I keep forgetting who they played in the second round. I keep forgetting who the Storm played in the second round. Jerome Hughes there, 40 metres out. John Maris says, Broncos have good defence. Oh, please. Daniel Bates, I've not got the game on TV. Can we have Bellamy updates, please? Haven't seen him yet. I think they're deliberately not showing him because he's probably smashed a hole through the window. Ryan and Zackle says, Daniel, he is pretty pissed. Yeah, but I can't see him. how do you know what he's looking like? Because I haven't seen him. 20 minutes to go here, the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. Eels, thanks, Fatima. I don't know why I keep missing on the Eels. Storm Eels, second round. I streamed it, 18-12, shithouse weather. Oh, offload. Oh my god, that's a knock on, innit? That's a knock on, innit? Hello? Hello? That's, my friend, is a knock on, my friend. Considering you call every other call like that a knock on. Milford's going to kick on third here. Oh, it's under 40. That's going to be 40-20. This is 40-20. The Broncos just kicked to 40-20. Anthony Milford just kicked to 40-20. Can you imagine being a Melbourne fan in the crowd right now? Can you imagine being a Melbourne fan in the crowd right now? This Broncos team is terrible and they've beaten the Storm 6-0. Alright, so 8.5. Can you imagine the Broncos score here? This just shows you how far the Storm are falling off. Miller Toomey says, is it just me or do I think the Cowboys are so bad I actually want to see them win after they lost the Dragons? I'm so annoyed I actually want to see them. No, I'm like that with the Dogs. I want to see the Dogs win. But they're both so bad, bro. I set restart here with the Broncos, 15 minutes out. Milford, he's still, wow, we got the offload away. Matt Lodge here with the ball. Matt Lodge still going here. He's going to be 15 minutes out here. I want the Dogs to win. I feel bad for their fans. Not for the team, but for their fans. So first tackle here for the Broncos. Right-hand side here, Milford underneath. That's a forward pass. That's a forward pass. That's a forward pass. Couple of forward passes that haven't been called today in favour of the Broncos. So Broncos here. Oh, he should have gone to the left-hand side. Sorry, the right-hand side there, Turpin. Should have gone to the right-hand side there. Would have scored. There was a massive gap in the Storm defence. So third tackle here for the Broncos. They're 5 metres out right now. Gets it out to the left-hand side here. Carrigan to Dearden. Dearden to Milford. Milford here, 15 metres out on third tackle. He's kicked it before. Oh, it's a bad... Oh, man. Unfortunately, the bounce has screwed him. Pappenhausen getting out of there. What is it? I don't understand what Milford's doing there on third tackle. But then again, if the ball isn't that bounce bad, then if the ball doesn't bounce that bad, that's a try there for the Broncos. That's unlucky. The Broncos should have scored there. Brendan Westling says, watching the Storm and especially sitting in the A-League play lackluster and below their respective standards is a massive breath of fresh air. Fair enough. I just wish it wasn't against the Broncos. I would love the Storm to be shit and win this game. I would love the Storm to be absolutely dog shit and win this game. Because that would be incredible. That's going to be a big kick there for literally nothing. Like, what, 30 metres? Is that 40 metres? What the hell is the Storm doing? Is that Munster with the kick? Was that Munster with that kick? My God. Karina B says, you are my favourite YouTuber. Thank you very much, Karina. I appreciate you. Wisdom Pelican says, who loses to Broncos? Well, it's been 24 minutes, lads. Let's relax. 24 minutes. But both teams have been terrible. Like, this is really funny at this point. It's funny. Peter Kimbe says, if this game is played at Storm's home ground, then they should have taken control lead by score 100. Absolutely, brother. You're spot on. The Storm should be up by 50-0 already. At Melbourne, even in Brisbane, doesn't matter where they are, the Storm. Jeez, they're not a top 4 team at this point. They are absolutely not a top 4 team at this point. Oh, here we go. Tessie New. Footwork. Tessie New. Ouchie mama. Jeez, the footwork of Buddy Dreams. Munster's broken his ankles there. Third tackle leave of the Broncos, 40 metres out. The Storm haven't even touched the ball since, well, I guess every time they touch the ball, they've knocked it on. So I guess, oh, that's a knock on from Payne Haas. I say that, and it's an absolute slap of a hit there from Justin Olam. That has to be a knock on. No. What? No. How is that not a knock on? How is that not a knock on? That's another knock on there from the Broncos. That's a blatant knock on. That's a blatant knock on. That is a blatant knock on. How is that not a knock on against the Broncos? How? That's a knock on. That's a knock on. No, that's another knock on. No, that's another knock on. This is appalling. This is appalling from the referee. That's one knock on there. I'm sorry, but that still goes into the Storm player and bounces backwards. And then out there, they've knocked it on again. What the shit am I watching right now? I'm baffled at how bad this ref has been. Who is it? Is it Sutton? Is it Sutton? Is it Sutton right now? What the shit is going on? He's missing knock on after 4 pass after knock on. Like, that's a knock on. Like, what? Even the Broncos players know it. Munster gets it out of Olam here, and Olam's going here. Gets it out to Joshua Adokar. Adokar still going here. Adokar should be a try. Pappenhausen. Get that in, your Broncos fans. And Pappenhausen goes boom. Try time. Melbourne Storm. Cam Levitt is about time. Exactly right, Carol. You get into him. Get into him. It's about bloody damn well time. So 6-4 will be 6-6, but this first 26 minutes of the game has been weird. The referee has been diabolical. We've seen knock on, forward pass that hasn't been called. Mainly for the Broncos, to be completely fair. But look at that from Olam. Justin Olam gets that ball off with a brilliant offload to Addo-Carr. Addo-Carr backs himself, goes on the left-hand side, and then obviously Pappenhausen following up there. Addo-Carr, Pappenhausen. There we go, son. So it will be 6-6. Ryan Enzakos, this only took 26 minutes. Man, look at this. This is a great play from Olam, though. I've really enjoyed Olam so far this season. I know he cost the team the win last week. I know he, unfortunately, was the reason why the Storm lost last week because he was selfish on that last play. But at the same sense, I've really enjoyed Justin Olam this year for the Storm. AJ Ellis says, when the Broncos fans think they're going to beat the Storm, Pap has other plans. Well, I wouldn't really call that a Pappenhausen big play. I'd probably call that an Olam or a Addo-Carr play. Pappenhausen scores the try, yes. But in the same sense, like, we got to give the credit where it's due to Addo-Carr for getting past Coates and Olam to get that offload away. And Addo-Carr sets that play up perfectly for Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen follows through, fantastic, but that's not Pappenhausen who creates that one as brilliantly as Addo-Carr did. Storm reactions to this is so courageous from the Storm to score a try with the umps paying them. Oh, here we go. What are you, buddy? AFL fan? What are you talking about umps? Well, you're from Victoria. Of course you're going to call them the umps, to be fair. So 13 minutes to go here. The first half, it is 6-4 to the Broncos. But guess what, baby? Oh, it is 6-6. Ouchie, mama. Michael says, you were right, Blaze. Sutton is a referee. I'm actually spot on. That was a guess because of how bad he is as a referee. But he has been even worse than normal tonight. Like, it's been bad. No surprises, though. He was the referee for the Titans-Broncos in 2016 quarterfinals. So it's no surprises that he's, getting some good calls in favour of Brisbane. Isaac says, up the mighty Broncos. I wouldn't be saying up the mighty Broncos after you just conceded that try. Like, you wanted to score next. You wanted to make it 10-12-0. You couldn't. Making it 6-6 right now, after the Storm have been potentially the worst Storm side I've seen in decades. I've never seen the Storm play this bad, I think, in my life. I think this has been the worst performance from the Storm in my life, and yet it is 6-6. It is 6-6, right? This has been, by far, the worst Melbourne Storm performance of my life, and it is 6-6 after 28 minutes. So I wouldn't be too happy right now. David Formosa says, would you rather go to Queensland Country or Suncorp? Suncorp. Suncorp's a fantastic stadium. Especially during Origin. Or Brandon Smith. Geez, nice little play there. Second tackle here. Still going. Oh, no, not going. Okay, back he goes. Ashton Nella says 6-12 half-time, Broncos winning. No, Broncos, they had their chance. The Storm will wake up now. 15 minutes out here. We'll be Storm with the ball. There is 12 and a half minutes to go here of the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here. Christian Welch with a big old run. 35 minutes out here from the Broncos line. Payne Haas gets a bit of a slap going there. Gets a bit of a tip grab there. Jeez, he's getting a bit of a full-on tip grab there of Christian Welch. Jerome Hughes on 4 tackle. Don't kick it. Gets it off instead. Offload. Eisenhuth gets the offload away to Pappenhausen. But nice little follow-up there by Glenn. Alex Glenn with a nice little follow-up there to prevent Pappenhausen from getting away. So 5th tackle here. 66 metres gained here from this set. And Jerome Hughes puts the ball up. Nice little kick here. And good little slap up there. But why is there Raymond Smith on the ground over there? Daniel Bates says, are all you guys a bit young to remember Bill Harrigan? No, Bill Harrigan's fantastic, mate. Well, he was a bit before my time. I think when did he give it up? I think he was like when I was very young, because I'm 26. So I was born in 94. So I think he was still into the 2000, like the late 2000s, wasn't he? Like 2009 area? Did he retire? When did he stop? When did he give it up? But he's looking after the video refs, hasn't he, for a while? Isn't he the referee's boss? 2003 retired. Okay, yes, I was 9 years old when he retired. There you go. He's always had a massively active influence, though, in the game. So, but Milford here puts the ball up, and that's a good kick, actually. Another 40-20 attempt, but it's going to be nowhere near the sideline. Fatima says, what is your prediction for the Saturday game? There's 2 games. I'll be at both of them. I won't be streaming tomorrow, guys. I'll be at both games. I predict the Sharks to win by a decent amount, and I predict the Titans to win in a very close 1 or 2 point game. But the Raiders could easily win that too. I just haven't been impressed with the Raiders. I am a Titans fan. You guys know this. But I'm always going to back in my boys. But I genuinely believe we can win by 1 or 2 because I think we've got a good record against them. Olam, he's away. Olam's broken through. Should be another try. Pappenhausen. Good night, Broncos. Papi, Pappenhausen. Boom, boom. Hello, baby. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Mr. Pappenhausen has gone and scored a double within 3 minutes. Broncos, well done. Welcome home. Welcome home, Broncos. Welcome home, Sport Reactions. See you later, Broncos fans. Well, this is the end of the video for you Broncos fans, isn't it? Golden Anime, I guarantee you're watching this. I know you can't comment, but I guarantee you're watching this. Time to go to bed, buddy. Up the pen and says, what team do you go for before Titans? I was a bit young, man. Funnily enough, I grew up in Brisbane from when I was 2 weeks old until I was 13 or 12. I grew up in Brisbane. My mum was a Sharks fan. My dad was a Manly fan. I'm born in Cogra, Dragons. So I was always kind of here, there, everywhere until I was 12, and then I really fell in love with the Titans because I went to the Legion, the front line, and really got behind them. But, you know, I could easily have become a Broncos fan. Thank God I didn't. I could easily have become a Sharks fan. Kind of there, my soft spot team. Never really got behind Manly. Could have become a Dragons fan at one stage. I didn't mind them just because I was born in Cogra, but I had never really had a relation to them until I went to the Titans and just fell in love with the team. Dad's mate says he was a Doggies fan before the Titans. Mate, I am thank the Lord Jesus that I'm not a Dogs fan. My God. Miller Twomey says, who do you think will win next week, Bunnies or Tigers? Bunnies by about 50. The Tigers are shithouse lads. They beat the Knights, but the Knights had about 20 errors and the Tigers had about 17. Like, both those teams played terribly. David Formosa says, do you like Puppy Mullet? You got to like a bit of Puppy Mullet. But a Puppy Mullet is now 12-6. The Storm have scored... all 12 of their points has been Ryan Pappenhausen. Ryan Pappenhausen with both of them. Blaze Egypt says, no, he's a Manly fan deep down. Geez, we had a couple of terrible teams trying to get me to become a fan of their team. First Bulldogs, now Manly. Gee whiz, what are we going to have next? A Cowboys fan? Buddy, we're going to get a Cowboys fan telling me to support them. Broncos? What next? Buddy, Man United fan? You shit assery. Karina B says, who do you think on Wing Network, Bunny or Bunnies? Michael says Eels or Tigers? Eels by 50. Militumi says, who do you think will win the Dally M? I'm going to get around, buddy. I don't know, to be honest. Probably. What's the Dally M's looking like right now? Who's on top? Because I know David Feeder's up there pretty high. I think that the width of the way we're set up, I don't think he wins, but I think he'll be up there. I think that you'll probably see a maybe not a fullback this year, to be honest with you. I don't think Pappenhausen might be able to do it, but in the same sense, I don't think Tedesco is going to be able to... The Roosters aren't going to be able to win enough games, in my personal opinion. Like, they're going to be top 4, top 6, don't get me wrong. But, like, they're not going to win as many games as they would like for Tedesco to more than likely run away with it, potentially. I honestly think a forward could win it this year. One of those big old forwards, if Fifita keeps scoring tries, man, he'll be up there. The way he played against the Cowboys and the Broncos, tell ya. Oh, geez, nice little play there by Kenny Bromwich. It's going to be 45 minutes out. But Latrell will be there too, because obviously the Rabbitohs are a very good team, and he's their fullback, and he's always going to score points with that team. I don't know how many he would have got today. He got a try, but he wasn't that great today. Surely you wouldn't be giving him the top. Cody Walker would get the 3. Number 2 would probably have gone to... who? Jeez. Oh, sorry. Damien Cook should get the 3. Cody Walker should get the 2, and maybe Adam Reynolds 1. I don't know. But I wouldn't have been giving Latrell Mitchell any of the points today. Daniel Bates says, Daniel Mahoney, the correct answer is Aston Villa. Aston Villa. What the shit are we talking about now? Oh, no. What the shit? Just go and watch us lose to Leicester tonight, lads. They always seem to beat us. So, 4th tackle, they always have too. Even when we're in the championship and we played them, they always have. But Broncos here, 20 minutes out. 5th tackle. Tasmate says Walker's a grub. What did Walker do? Oh, yeah, I remember what Walker did. No, I remember, yeah, I can understand why you call him a grub. 5th tackle for the Broncos. They're 20 minutes out. Jeez, their attack was shocking then. Broncos fans, where are you going? I can't see all the Broncos fans in the chat anymore. What's going on? The Broncos, has there been a lockdown on the internet in Brisbane? Has there been an internet lockdown in Brisbane? Why are there no Broncos fans in the chat anymore? Blitz usually says Broncos doing good. Absolutely not. They look terrible right now, bro. Buddy, there's literally, look in the chat, like, there's been a lockdown on the internet in Brisbane right now. David Formosa says, who's your favourite Premier League team? Absolutely not Man United, and if you're a United fan, you suck. Michael says, Bankwest Stadium or Suncorp. Suncorp packed out Origin, beats Munster here, 15 minutes out. Munster here, still going, 10 minutes out. 10 minutes out here, Munster still going here, Munster, 10 metres out, and it's been taken down here last second. It's a 4 tackle here. 6 minutes to go here of the first half. Munster back to Brandon Smith to Jerome Hughes outside to Nelson Salomona trying for the offload, gets the offload to Pappenhausen, it's a hat trick. Oh my god, it's a hat trick for Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen with 3 tries in the space of 8 minutes. Beautiful stuff. The Melbourne Storm are going to lead 18-6 here with 6 minutes to go. Start doubting the Storm in this game, lads. I still have massive question marks about this team long term. But gee whiz, they've gone bang, bang, bang. And Ryan Pappenhausen has scored all 18 points of the Melbourne Storm's points. Oh my god. Honestly, look at this. If you have Pappenhausen in fantasy, you would literally be pulling your pants down as we speak. Liam Gallagher says, what's your opinion on South Sydney this year and do you think they can win it all? Absolutely. I think they're good. I think there's still a few problems in their game. I think they should have won by more today against the Doggies, but I think they're a good team. They're a very good attacking team. My biggest question mark was about their defense coming into the year, and I think they've been much better on their defense this year so far. They played the worst team in the comp for attack today, so, that's not going to weigh into my opinion, but they did very well defensively against the Roosters last week, in my personal opinion. Not so much against the Storm in round 1, but yeah, look, I think the Rabbitohs are really going to be a good team this year, but I still think the Panthers are the better team. I still think the Panthers win the comp. But this is Ryan Pappenhausen's first ever hat trick, and he's done it in the space of 8 minutes. He's done it in the space of 8 minutes here. So 16-6 to the Melbourne Storm with a kick to come here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. Subscribe if you are new around here. Wowee, what a bloody match we are watching here. The Broncos led at 6-0 for so damn well long, and now they're getting slapped up. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Shine says, just imagine if Bronx win this game, I'll just go hang myself with a tissue paper. Fair enough, man. It's not going to happen, though, so don't you worry. You'll be safe tonight. Broncos fans, I hope you're right. Has said these refs, though, the ref was terrible against the Storm in the first 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. The refs were terrible for the Broncos. They were terrible against the Storm in the first 15 minutes. So if you're a Broncos fan, I wouldn't be blaming the refs. The refs haven't done anything wrong against the Broncos. Jeez, Papa, hat trick though. Gee whiz. Sport Reaction says, how can you not say Papa's the best fullback? Brother, I continuously say Pappenhausen is my favourite player to watch in the league. I love watching Ryan Pappenhausen play every single time. He is my favourite rugby league player. Honestly, every single time he plays, I really enjoy watching him, and I think he is my favourite fullback and my favourite player in the comp. I'm a Titans fan. I have no affiliation with the Storm, but he's just such an incredibly quality player. They lose Billy Slater and they get Ryan Pappenhausen. Like, screw off, man. Like, literally screw off. They lose Billy Slater, the best fullback of all time. Don't argue it, the best fullback of all time. And they get Ryan Pappenhausen, who is very close to, putting his name alongside Tedesco. And he's only 22 damn well years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's only 22 years old and this kid is just absolutely flying. This Storm team isn't the same Storm team we're so used to. And yet, look, he scored a hat-trick in literally 3 minutes, 10 minutes. But Jerome Hughes here. Pappenhausen, 4 tries. Pappenhausen scored 4 tries. It's 4 tries. Pappenhausen scored his 4th try. Pappenhausen just scored 4 tries in the space of 10 minutes. Pappenhausen just scored 4 tries in the space of 10 minutes. Oh my god, he just scored another one. This is actually insane. This is actually insane, lads. There's a lockdown in Brisbane on the internet, lads. This is... Wow. This is actually genuinely video game mode. Slip and Sandal says video game mode, 100%. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy right now. The Storm have scored 4 tries in the space of 10 minutes, and every single one of them has been Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen has scored 4 tries, and he's going to convert all of them. Jerome Hughes here, look at that, gets the ball on the inside, and Ryan Pappenhausen underneath the post. It's going to be 24-6 here. It was literally 6-0 10 minutes ago. And then 6-0 10 minutes ago, and Ryan Pappenhausen's gone and scored 4 tries. Wow. Simon Sandler says, what's the most tries in a game for a player? I'm not too sure, man. Can someone get the stats up? You guys are very good for your stats when we're on here. So can someone here tell me what the stats are for the most tries scored in a game? Someone apparently, it might be Johnston. He might have quite a few. And 10, that's unbelievable. It's crazy. breaking the club record. There's still 4 minutes to go here the first half, lads. Mike, I nearly said your name. Guys, no, you're not. Right. Namani Babakabo says, that's why I go for Storm. Well, there you go, man. There you go. Wow. I'm actually in shock. Blaze just says, what is Sarko doing? Oh, no, apparently, like I said on Clarkie's stream the other day, on his live stream on Instagram, I had someone telling me he was one of the best fullbacks in the game. Isako was absolutely one of the worst fullbacks in the game, if not the worst. I think I rated him, I'd say Corey Allen's worst, but I'd say Isako's the second worst in the game. What's he done? What's he done here? He's meant to be the one backing up here. I'm sorry, but this isn't on him. But he should be doing a lot better than what he's been doing. Entertain us 6 tries. Swear says Storm aren't even playing good. This is scary. It is. The Storm aren't playing good. Pappenhausen's playing good. Jerome Hughes with a nice pass there. But look, the Storm were the worst. Like I said, guys, the first 25 minutes of this game was the worst Storm performance I'd ever seen in my life. 26 years of watching the game of rugby league. The first 25 minutes of this game was the worst Storm performance I've ever seen in the history of my life. And now they've had one of the best 10-minute spans I've ever seen in any sport in my life. It's ridiculous, the change of this game. And it's ridiculous the amount of little Broncos fans talking shit about 15 minutes ago on this stream who have completely disappeared. So third tackle here with the Storm. They're 35 metres out here from their own line. Second tackle, third tackle now. Nelson Mustafa Solomona. Gets up to Brand Smith. Brand Smith here to Hughes. Hughes underneath. They're looking for Pappenhausen again. They're looking for Bubba Yaddison again. Ross Cleaver says that Cooper Cronk is a loudmouth idiot. What's he done? What has he done this time? So fifth tackle here. I would love Pappenhausen to go for a field goal here. Can you imagine he gets a 2-point field goal, the first 2-point field goal of ever? And that'd be so good. But he doesn't do it. So Jerome Hughes will boot this little bad boy up and it'll be 20 minutes out. Still could be Storm ball here. No, good take there. Very good take there by David Mead. Fantastic player for the Gold Coast Titans in his day. The Mason Experience says, where is Anime? I want to rub it in his face. Oh, he's watching. Oh, no, he would have gone. He would have disappeared. He'd be crying himself to sleep right now, unfortunately. He would be crying himself to sleep saying, buddy, BKR, I hate that man. Oh, I hate him. Oh, I hate that buddy bastard. Well, fair enough, to be honest with you. I would hate me after the amount of shit Golden Anime spoke last year, got the wooden spoon, and then look how bad they are right now. Liam Gallagher says grand finals this year. I've gone pennies and rabbits, mate. I think it's obvious. Like, that's the favourites for a reason. Chancey Broncos, far more slap down there. People always hate on when you tip the favourites to make the grand final and win. It's like, man, to be honest with you, I went against the grain by tipping the Panthers to win the grand final pre-season. Everyone had them out of the top 4 for no reason. They were disrespectful. I still had the Panthers to win the comp. And now people are like, oh, no, I always backed him in for the top 4. It's like, no, you didn't. Like, majority of people didn't. Majority of people didn't believe in the Panthers. And I was, against the grain, tipping him to win the comp. No, he's on the ground. It's a penalty. It has to be a penalty. Well, that has to be a penalty. That has to be a penalty. No, I'm sorry. No, you have to give him a punch there. If you're a Storm player, you defend your player. Pappenhausen could get injured here. His leg is all over the place. That is a dirty, dirty, dirty play there by the Broncos. That is a dirty, filthy play there by the Broncos. That is a filthy play. Who was that? Was that Carrigan? Who is that, you dirty filth of a player? We all know what his intention was there. Everyone knows what his intention was there. He's trying to rough him up, you dog. You absolute dog of a player. That is an absolute... What a dog, man. You know exactly what he's doing there. Mate, you're a bitch. You're on the bench for a reason. Shut your mouth. That is ridiculous. What a Gronk, man. Like, dude, he scored 4 tries because your team has given up the 4 tries defensively. And you're going to go and rub his face. Like, that was too much. Like, I love a fight. I love a good scrap. I love a good bit of a slap up. But that was just a dirty play by the Broncos there. Cam Evans says, how come I keep getting timed out? I don't know, man. I haven't been timing you out at all. I'm not too sure. Actually, that's a different logo. Is that the right, Carol? Liam Gallagher says, Broncos fans, there's still one more half while grabbing the tissue box. So that's going to be half time here, lads. 24-6. I'm actually infuriated that dog of a player has just gone and thrown him around like that. Thomas Flegler was the player there for the Broncos who's thrown around. But guys, half time, 24-6 for the Melbourne Storm. Wow, what a polar opposite half there. 25 minutes, the Storm looked absolutely despicably bad. And then finish off the half by scoring 4 tries in the space of 10 minutes, and all of them to Ryan Pappenhausen. That's why you saw Flegler being a little bitch there and throwing him and pushing his head into the ground and just roughing him up. Because obviously, he's upset that his team is shithouse and gave up 4 tries to Pappenhausen in 10 minutes. But yeah, guys, it is half time. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Is 24-6. Hit that thumbs up button. We've got 113 people watching right now. Let's get to 70 likes right now. Hit that thumbs up button, and obviously subscribe if you're new around here. You will love the rugby league content. No Man's Land says, what do you think about foreign players playing State of Origin? I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous and it should be stopped. There's no way I believe that Tamalolo... is it Tamalolo? It is Tamalolo. I don't believe Tamalolo should be playing for Queensland. I am a Queensland fan. I don't believe anyone who wasn't grown and ingrained with the Origin rivalry. I don't think anyone should be playing in Origin if you're not born or from Queensland or New South Wales. I don't think the rules should be slipped up at any stage for that whatsoever. I think... sorry. I think that they want to make it kind of an all-stars, but that would ruin it. People who aren't born or from Queensland or New South Wales don't get the hate. They don't understand why New South Wales and Queensland hate each other. Queenslanders dislike New South Wales because New South Wales always talk down because they feel like they're the predominant state in the country. That's why Queensland is always considered somewhat of the underdog, even when they're the favourites, just because of the way that they feel like they've been treated outside of footy, in footy, everything, right? Because New South Wales has always been the predominant rugby league state, and, that's why that hatred is from Queensland's side, and no one who wasn't born or from Queensland would get that or understand that, and they'd never be able to feel it based on what we've seen with everyone else who grows up and lives in Queensland. New South Wales, obviously, they always feel like they're better than Queensland, so you don't get it. Right, if you're not from the two states, you shouldn't want to play in it. I get it's the biggest, and this is my opinion, guys. If you have a different opinion, cool. Like, that's your opinion. If you're not from the states, you shouldn't want to play in it because you shouldn't need to play in it. Play for Australia. Play for Tonga. Yeah, that's fantastic. Play for New Zealand. Play for England. Play for Papua New Guinea. Play for Fiji. Somewhere. We don't care. Like, play. But like Queensland, New South Wales should not be an international all-star game. Namani Babankabal says that was a dog move. 100%, man. 100%. Tari Fernandez says, who goes for Tigers? Not me. Mickle says David Brown scored more points in a game 45 in 1935 than Cowboys and Bulldogs combined this year so far. Wow, that's a big time score. Guys, we've got 119 people. We can get 70 likes right now. 8 more thumbs up. Let's smack that thumbs up before the end of half time. Dean Papostolou says, not only that, it also takes the attention from going the international game. Bingo. I think the international game right now is at an all-time low because Australia keeps winning. We want to see the best of the best play for their nations. We want you to compete against Australia. We want to see it. Most people don't even go for Australia in the World Cup. That's the crazy thing. Most Australians want to see a Fiji or a Tonga or a Samoa or even, maybe not New Zealand, but like most people want to see a Papua New Guinea win the World Cup in Australia. They don't want Australia to do it because we're so damn well good. We want the other teams to be able to compete with it and beat us fair and square. Like, that's why for me, obviously, I love Fiji. I grew up in Fiji. I've always gotten around Fiji. My family's Fijian. So I'll always support Fiji, but Australia's my number one. I will always want Australia to win the World Cup. But if anyone, I'm always still going to be like, I don't really mind if Fiji beats Australia in this World Cup final. In regards to Socceroos or, Rugby Union Wallabies, I don't want anyone to win it besides Australia. But because we're always too good in rugby league and we have the dominant rugby league competition in the world, it makes us too damn well good too consistently. So that's why we really want Tonga to be so successful as they have been getting. That's why we want to see New Zealand get back to being as good as they were. Even England, they have their own Super League. It's like they're always forgotten about because no one watches the Super League because it's on a terrible time over here. But they're good, man. They'll be good. Don't you worry. They'll be good just like usual. The money Baba says Kami Kamitha should have pumped that bitch. Dosoviti, son. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pete versus we can't tackle. Man, I know, man. The Broncos, they've really fallen apart in that last 10, 15 minutes of that first half, man. It was just terrible, man. It was really bad how they gave up those 4 tries. By the way, guys, if you are wondering why we're just talking about international game and Origin right now, when it is like round 4 of the regular season, the reason why is because it is half time. It is 24-6 the Storm. We're just chatting about anything right now. Shoot your questions through in the chat and I'll answer as best as I can. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow I won't be streaming. I'll be vlogging for the Titans and Raiders game, which will come out on Sunday for you guys, and I'll be vlogging the Sharks and Cowboys game, which will be coming out on Sunday for you guys. Roosters and Warriors. I might actually put the Sharks Cowboys vlog out Monday, and then Roosters Warriors out on Tuesday. So we got a vlog each day. But yeah, and then I'll be going to the Roosters Warriors on Sunday too. Nicholas Daisy says, Papa has scored more points than Bulldogs altogether. Yeah, fair enough. Well, actually, yeah, they scored 18 points. The Bulldogs scored 18 points in round 1 against the Knights. They haven't scored since. So Pappenhausen, in the space of 10 minutes, has scored more points than the Bulldogs this season. FYI. P versus Slater has been so biased in the commentary. Fair enough. He's a Storm. That's why ex-players are always going to be biased, man. Ex-players are always going to be biased. I still can't believe the Broncos have scored a try because Josh Adokar made a stupid decision to jump at Xavier Coates before Coates, whatever. Sorry for pronouncing his name wrong, but I do my best. But Adokar had him easy. Adokar had him so easy. But he dives very early. I didn't get it. I don't understand why. Otherwise, the Broncos would be scoreless right now. Blaze YouTube says, don't call Broncos bad. That's a compliment. Fair enough, man. Will Blaze says, how has Munster, Puppy, Mead, and Adokar done well? Munster, no. Munster's been terrible. Munster's been one of the worst on the field. Maybe not so much in the last 10 minutes, but like he was one of the worst on the field for the first 30 minutes by a long way. What was the other ones? Puppy scored 4 tries in 10 minutes, bro. He scored all 24 of these points. Mead has been fine. Adokar has been okay. He was very close to scoring a try, but it got taken away because his leg was on the touchline. But he did obviously assist the first try for the Melbourne Storm with Ryan Pappenhausen scoring underneath the post. So I can't believe he scored 4 tries in the space of 10 minutes. It's just wild. Nikhil Sakalo says, some good Fiji representation here. Yeah, Tosaviti, baby. Let's go, son. Kamikamitha. Get around him. He's an absolute blow. I wish Suliasi Vunivalu was still playing, you know? Whatever Broncos if Suliasi Vunivalu was playing. I tell you what. 3511 title says, Kamikamitha should have bumped the deepest shit out of him. I personally believe that if you're a Storm player, you should be slapping him up. I think if you're a Storm player, you need to be defending your fullback there. Like, obviously, Flegler was being a little bitch and tried to rough him up because he wanted to kind of make him, like, he just wanted to hurt him after his team's been slapped up in the past 10 minutes, right? So he goes to deliberately try and injure or hurt Ryan Pappenhausen there. And when the people, all the players started tackling and jumping on and stuff like that, Pappenhausen's leg was actually in an awkward position, and I was actually nervous that he could injure his leg there. He didn't, thank God. But yeah, it was a dangerous situation there for Pappenhausen. And I think that a Storm player should come in and defend their player a bit better than that. They should really be going after Flegler, not after any of the other Broncos, be going after Flegler and making him feel like the little bitch that he is. Daniel Bates says 10 tries offer for Wigan versus Leeds 1992-ish. Yeah, that's Super League though, man. Like, it's quality, but it's not NRL quality. Super League gets a bad rep, but it is still decently quality at the top. Because, you know, they still have decent players, but it's still not NRL quality. So, like, I don't really care about how many tries were scored in the Super League. I kind of realistically only care too much about the NRL and how many tries. But, look, I think that a couple of Super League teams could push around maybe 7th, 8th. I think they'd be in the mix alongside, maybe just below Titans, Warriors and Knights. I think the upper end of Super League teams would probably long season-wise. I don't think they'd have the backs or halves, or I just don't think they have the backs or the halves to get by long season-wise. I think most of the Super League teams at the top would probably finish around mid-table in the NRL. My personal opinion. And they'd be lucky to get there. I think they're still probably below Titans, Warriors. Like I said, I don't watch every single Super League game. I don't get up all the time. This is just my opinion. But from the games that I have watched and the results that I have seen, the extended highlights that I have watched, I've not really been a great deal impressed. RC Vogt says, Pappenhausen, what a man. Fantastic player, man. Absolutely unbelievable. 3511 Tyler says, saw you at the Rabbits game. I was sitting behind you and was nervous to say hi. Man, don't feel nervous, man. We get people come up and say hi all the time. Jump on. If you want to jump on the vlog, let me know. I'll get you on the vlog. It makes it easier because I don't have to go up and ask a random person if they want to jump in the vlog for an interview. But yeah, guys, no, if you see me at the game, buddy, if you see me at tomorrow's game between the Sharks and Cowboys or Titans Raiders, buddy, get around it. Pete Renner says, was Gordon Tallis also a bitch then? Look, Gordon Tallis wasn't going out deliberately to rough him up. Gordon Tallis was literally throwing him around like a rag doll. That wasn't done out of anger and haste. That wasn't done out of frustration that the player that he's doing it to has just scored 4 tries in your team in the past 10 minutes. This was done with bad intentions. Gordon Tallis, that was an absolutely unbelievable tackle. That's not allowed nowadays, mind you. That tackle is not allowed nowadays. It would be a penalty against Gordon Tallis there. But back then, it was one of the greatest moments of all time. But that wasn't done out of anything besides just being try and take the player outside of the field of play and get the ball back and just doing anything possible to get him out because he was like, 20 metres in field. He was a long way. Gordon Tallis compared to the Flegler moment just then is absolutely completely opposite. Trevor Lavely says, oh my God, it's a game of 2 halves. Here come the Bronx, brother. Good luck, mate. Good luck, mate. I hope you're still here at the end of the game if you think the Broncos are coming back. Joey said, I love David Mead. I got his autograph at halftime. He used to be a good friend of mine. I used to speak to him quite a lot when he was at the Titans. But I haven't spoken to him a lot since he went to the Catalans Dragons and Broncos and stuff like that. But no, he's a good friend. He's a good guy. Mitchell Vella says, do you think State of Origin games should be played in England? No bloody damn well goddamn way. I don't even think it should be in Melbourne. I don't think it should be in Perth. I think it should be in Queensland, New South Wales. Guys, I'm a very straightforward kind of... I believe that Origin should be in Queensland, New South Wales. I believe if you're a player, you should be from Queensland, New South Wales. And I will never change around on that. I don't want an all-star competition. You want to make an all-star competition? Cool. Do it at the beginning of this season like you did with the Indigenous versus the All-Stars, right? But don't change Origin. Origin is what we love. We've grown up with it. It's the most fierce and the best competition, and honestly has one of the best rivalries in the world, right? I know it's not as anger and it's not as aggressively anger as like you get European football and South American football. It's not as I want to actually kill you kind of hate, but it's a deep grown hatred from inside between Queensland and New South Wales that just doesn't get understood by anybody besides them. So that's why when Kiwis say, a lot of people do say, I won't say Kiwis, a lot of people say Origin's not that great because it's only Queensland versus New South Wales. That's because you don't get it. That's because you don't get it. If you think the international game is more important, like a Tonga versus New Zealand, that's great, but to us it's not. We don't care about the international game as much as we do about Origin. I will take Queensland winning the Origin over Australia winning the World Cup every day of the week. So Action says you've got to play it around Australia. Will Blazy says, I agree, Blaze, hence the name Origin. Bingo. Ryan Anzarkle says, Sammy, you related Puppy. Puppy. Ow. Namani Babakambao says, do you think Brian will be in the Blue squad? No, because he's playing for Samoa. I'm pretty sure he's playing. I think he's locked in for Samoa. Thank you very much for the $1 donation, Jack Lukey. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. By the way, guys, it is 24-6 at halftime. Let's get to 90 likes before halftime. We're at 84 right now. I know we can hit 90. Let's hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. Mike says, just because soccer has the most fans, it doesn't mean it's the best sport. Yes and no. Yes and no. Well, it's all down to perspective, man. It's all down to perspective. Football has a lot of fans, and it's a worldwide sport. It is one of the best sports, but that's because it's just down to opinion, brother. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If someone likes it, you don't like it. Like, global consensus-wise, you can't really argue it because obviously, they completely tower. But then again, you've got to have a look at it. It's like Australia Rugby League. Well, Australia AFL is a prime example. Massive sport in this country. No one gives a shit about it elsewhere. You know what I mean? It's only Australia that cares about it. But it's still a great sport. It just comes down to perspective, man. It just comes down to perspective. Pete Rose says it kind of does mean that. It actually exactly means that. What? I feel like we need more recognition to the players that set up Pappenhausen. No, 100%. Oh, no, that's what I said before. Like, Pappenhausen's first try was more on Adokar and Justin Olam. Justin Olam with a nice little flick pass off the offload to Adokar, gets it down, then gets it off to Pappenhausen. I think with that try, Jerome Hughes, nice little play there, breaks through, gets it off to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen, it was an easy try for him in a couple of occasions, but you have to be in those situations. Not all players are going to be there. Sarko, I wouldn't necessarily back up to be that extra man player to get there. A lot of fullbacks in the game right now. I don't think that overall the fullbacks in the game are that great. I think you really get a drop off after your Clockstads and your Brimsons. I think after that you get a bit of a significant drop off. Like, obviously you've got your Pappenhausen, you've got your Tedesco, you've got your you'd still say Trebojevic. Your Tuivasa-Sheck. Then there's also Gustafsson. Then you probably get like your Clockstad and Brimson. You swap around depending. Am I missing anybody right now in that area? Oh, Latrell Mitchell's up there as well. Besides those guys, I'd probably say everyone else is... Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. But anyway, besides those guys, I think you can get a pretty significant drop-off. So about the top 7, top 8 fullbacks, everyone past that is not that great. Moylan has the ability to jump into that area, but Moylan still is coming back from a lot of injuries and a lot of downtime. And he's decent at times, but he can also be terrible. So, we'll see. Will Blazy says, Gutherson is great, just admit it. Gutherson's great, but he's not a top 3 fullback, brother. I've said this, and I'll say this again. But this isn't turning into a Parramatta stream. Alki says, was reliving some New South Wales State of Origin today, and wow, Maloney was underrated. He was so good. Maloney is one of the best halfbacks that NRL has ever seen. And Maloney was one of the most underrated halfbacks the NRL has ever seen. He is honestly one of the most incredible players. that has gone around in the NRL time anyway. He was very underrated. Very much like Michael Ennis. I thought that Michael Ennis was incredibly underrated as well as a hooker. I think that just because he wasn't the flashy player, the most outrageously in-your-face quality player, he did so many of the little things right, and he was always just consistently quality and got the team's wins based on him. Look, when he was at the Dogs, they were fantastic. When he was at the Sharks, they were fantastic. They won the premiership. When he was at the Dogs, they got to the grand final. Mick Ennis was a fantastic player that didn't get the same recognition that he probably deserved. Wallabies Man says, do you like rugby union? I love rugby union, man. We'll be smacking out Wallabies games when they start up at the end of the year. I can't really get to do many rugby union games based like Super Rugby Aotearoa and Australia due to the fact that I'm always doing NRL and AFL is coming back as of Monday. But the second half has started here, by the way, guys. But no, I love my rugby union, brother. Love it. Alrighty, so 24-6 here. The second half started. Melbourne Storm with the ball. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And let's get going, baby. Can the Broncos come back or can the Storm go on with it? I said, what did I say? I said 52-10, didn't I? I said 52-10 pre-game. Wildcard says, who do you think is better, Pappenhausen or Adokar? Pappenhausen. Jack Lukey says, or depending on position, winger, Adokar, Pappenhausen, fullback. But overall, I'd say a fullback is more important than a winger, so I'd go Pappenhausen. So here we go. Storm with the ball. Good run here. Look at this Eisenhuth. Gee whiz. Not the most flashy player ever, but he does his job. AFL says, when are you coming back to Melbourne to do some AFL vlogs? I was actually just speaking about that with Cardi today, Cardman. I'm going to be coming down probably for St Kilda vs Geelong on the 15th of May, I think it is. I'll be going with him and Cardman, with Cardman, maybe Sammy GFC. We'll see how we go. But yeah, no, we might be planning to do something like that and do a bit of an AFL weekend. Might try and get to a Storm game while I'm down there as well. But the Broncos here, David Mee, good take there. 15 minutes out from their own line. David Formosa says, who did you like to watch and enjoy the most sport? Who did I like to enjoy? I enjoy watching the Titans the most because I'm a Titans fan. Or a Cubs fan, but not this morning. I was not happy with the Cubs' performance against the Pittsburgh Pirates this morning. Jack's NRL stuff says, Sally Cherry Evans isn't worth half he's on. Yeah, but you wouldn't have said that 7 years ago when he signed the contract. You wouldn't have said that 7 years ago when he signed the contract. But yes, he's not great now. But 7 years ago, there's no way you would have said that because he was worth it back then. Jordan Merrin, I'm not answering that question. So fourth tackle leave for the Broncos. They're 35 minutes out here. Payne Haas with the ball, and he's done nothing in this game today, FYI. He's done nothing. 45 minutes out. It's going to be fifth tackle. Broncos didn't make many meters off that set at all. So Dearden with the ball. He's going to boot that little bad boy up. Good tackle there, actually. Very good tackle. Oh, what's Pappenhausen doing there? Pappenhausen, mate. Bit of Pappenhausen mistake there, but it's going to go backwards, and it's going to be Storm here with the ball 15, 20 minutes out from their own line. Trevor Daly says, Titans are my favourite team. Go Titans. Yeah, but you're going to see a good vlog on Sunday, man, when the Titans beat the Raiders, eh? Hey, take that one, Raiders fans. That should be a good game. I just want a good game. Even if it's a loss, I just want a really good game. I just want to prove to people that the Titans aren't bad anymore because we've seen plenty of bad. We've seen plenty of bad over the years. So third tackle here for the Storm. They're going to be 30 minutes out. Also, I don't think the Raiders are that good. Haven't seen a really good performance in the Raiders so far this season. Scotty Burns says, what are you watching off? KO. Yes, I watched on KO, man. So 37 minutes to go here of the game. Fourth tackle for the Storm. 40 minutes out from their own line. Nelson Asafa Salamona gets off Pappenhausen. Oh my God. If he had gotten through there, that would have been ridiculous. So fifth tackle here. Brandon Smith off to Munster. Munster here, been bad in this game. And nice little kick there. Very nice kick, actually. It's going to go to about the 10-metre line and put the Broncos back on the back foot again. Jackson NRL stuff has Titans the underdogs this season. I love to hear it, mate. I love to hear it. That is exactly what I like to see. Jordan Merrin says Puppy for 6 tries this game. Would love to see that one too. Wildcards, I think Titans will finish top 8. That is a beautiful thing you've just said, and I love your work. I love your work. All right, so Broncos here trying to get off their own line. Haven't started off this second half that well. Weren't good in the first half. Like, they were up 6-0, guys, but they were really bad in that first 25 minutes as well. Oh, Flegler's here. Smack him in the ground. Smack this little bitch in the ground. Ryan Tackle says Paulo Mahoney. Huh? What's going on? Tasman says, imagine if he scored again. I reckon he probably will, to be honest with you. Oh, wow. What's going on there with Olam? Olam's just... What's going on there? What was happening there? So 40 minutes out of the Storm line. Fifth tackle for the Broncos. It's going to be Turpin. Turpin out to Milford. Milford here. Still going, Milford. Gets it off to Coates. Gets it off to Dearden. And Dearden's going to get tackled with 3 minutes short. Jeez, that was a nice little play there from the Broncos, to be honest with you. Justin Olam, I don't know what happened in the last minute or so, but he fell over at like the 50-metre line and didn't get back up. And he's there now, but I don't understand what that was defensively. Wilblade says Junior Paulo or Reid Marnie at the moment. Oh, geez. I'd go Paulo. At the moment, I think Marnie's had a better season so far, but I think Paulo's still very good. Don't get me wrong. I think Paulo is one of the best forwards in the game, but I think Reid Marnie's had a pretty decent season so far. Brian Gardner says, "Hey, go home. Soccer harder than rugby league. They get touched and they take a dive." What? What? Wait, you're saying rugby league dives and not soccer? Unreal. All right, so Storm are going to challenge the caller. If you're going to troll, bro, get a better one than that, man. Come on, man. Please make me upset. I don't think you could make me upset with the way this score is today, to be honest with you. So Pappenhausen with the ball. They're saying he knocks his ball on. I don't see a knock on there. I don't see a knock on there at all. Where's the knock on? Why are they saying that's an... Oh, okay. The ball does come out, though. I just don't know if it... I don't know if this is a knock on, though, is it? That's a strip. No. No, that's ripped out by Pangai. No, but Tavita Pangai is stripping that ball out. No. Tavita Pangai has stripped that ball out. He caught it anyway. What? No, but he caught the ball. That's not a knock on. No, hang on. No, wait, that's the wrong call. No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's the wrong call. Excuse me? No. What are they seriously still looking at this? Because that's still, that's Storm ball. There's no way this is Broncos ball here. Okay, geez, thank God they got the right call. I swear, I'm pretty certain that they actually... So they got it wrong and then got it right. They changed it around before they gave the call. So Storm still have the ball here. It's not a knock-on, but they said it was a knock-on, and then they changed it and said it was not a knock-on, but after he said it was a knock-on. So, like, geez, the video refs are all over the shop. Chine says, "What's happening?" Man, you don't even want to know. I don't even understand what's happening, my man. So fit tackle here with the Storm, right-hand side here. It gets it off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes puts that little bad boy up. Decent little kick through. 10 metres out, 15 metres out. And easy take there by Isako. But I just don't get what happened just then. I just don't get what happened, man. Alki says, "Puppy is having the game of his life right now." Yeah, he's having an unreal game. It's a magic game. Jared Troy says, "Should have been a penalty." I agree. It was a clear strip from Pangai. I thought that was a clear strip by Pangai. He has his hand on the ball. As the ball motion is carried out, his hand flicks. That's a penalty every day of the week. That's a knock-on. That's a knock-on. Thank you. That's karma. Karma, Pangai. Pangai, Tavita Pangai Jr. Don't tell me there's no such thing as karma, because that is karma. As I'm talking about the fact that Pangai stripped the ball and should have been a penalty, he knocks the ball on. Thank you. Nathan Tutel says, "Up Broncos Brisbane." Yeah, man. Well, you're not happy with this one, are you? So here we go. Storm will score here. So what? They're 30 metres out here from the 30 metres out here from the line. 30 metres out here from the Broncos line. Storm score here. This is going to get a scary score. Namani Babakambao says, "What is wrong with the refs? I know they're doing their job and all, but damn, but they're doing a terrible job is the thing." Oh, here we go. Storm here. Off the... Oh, look at this from Brandon Smith. Oh, 15 metres out. I love how there's attacking scrums nowadays. I really do. I love how teams are returning to attacking off the scrum. Kami Kamitha with the ball toss of Vitti, 10 metres out here. Let's get a try for the big Fijian Barada, baby. Briz says, "Storm is too good." Just too good, man. Jerome Hughes with the ball, 15 metres out to Munster. Pappenhausen. Oh, my, that's forward pass. Forward pass, man. That's a forward pass. That, my friends, unfortunately, is a forward pass. Josh Adekar actually scored 2 tries today, but they've both been called no try for good reason. But that's the second time tonight Adekar hasn't scored. Pappenhausen, that would have been unbelievable if he got that, because he would have got assist. But yeah, that's a forward pass. That's not as forward as it was against the Raiders, though, for the Warriors and Raiders, but that's still a forward pass. Roger Keeler says, "Is Olam all right?" Yeah, really interesting. He hasn't had a great game today. He looks really odd, and he's messed up a couple of times. I'm not too sure what's going on with the big Justin Olam. I love watching him play. He's one of my favourite centres to watch, but yeah, he's not looked right today, in my personal opinion, Justin Olam. So 33 minutes to go here of the second half. It's 24-6 to the Storm, and the Broncos have the ball here, 20 metres out here from their own line. Wildcard says, "Yeah, that was forward." Oh, yeah, it was very, very forward. Mike says, unpopular opinion, Haas is better than Big Papa. Nah, brother. Haas has done nothing in this game, mind you. Papali'i has been unbelievable this season. Is always unbelievable. He's one of the best players for Queensland. He is always going to be one of the better forwards in the game. And no, I would definitely disagree with that. Mead here's going to get dropped down about 42 minutes out, sorry. Des P says, got Melbourne third game in my 11 leg multi. Oh, yeah, Storm win this by a lot. So you're all good with that one. So fit tackle here for the Broncos. They're into the attacking half right now. And Milford's going to bang that ball down. Ooh, interesting kick there. And Milford is going to be easily caught there by Ryan Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen, look, he's feeling bloody on fire tonight. You can see in his movement, he's feeling on fire. Jackson NRL stuff says Olam tackles with his head. Olam, it just flies and it tackles, man. He doesn't give a shit. You know, he just does not give a shit. He just flies in, flies out. Chine says, how's the Bronx defending? Well, they're down 24-6 right now with 31 minutes to go. So I wouldn't say it's great, considering they gave up all 4 of those tries in a 10-minute span at the end of the first half. So not the greatest, mate. Not the greatest. And realistically, the reason why the Storm aren't as up by as much as they should be is because of how many knock-ons they had. Thank you, Hyam Tour, for subscribing. Appreciate you. If you guys are wondering, if you have subscribed and wondering why that hasn't come up for your name, it's because you probably haven't had it on public subscribing. So fit tackle here, because otherwise your name would come up there. But thank you very much, Hyam Tour, for subscribing. Namani, Babakambao says, run it straight, G. Here we go. Storm here. Kick the ball down the left-hand side here. Oh, good, buddy. Under pressure. That was nice from Asako. Under pressure. That was nice from Asako. Oh, my God. Oh, that's it. Clearly a set of 6 restart there against Munster. Jeez. All right, second tackle. They're still only 20 metres out from their own line here. Broncos need to do a lot more than what they're doing right now, to be honest with you. Very bland, very boring, just very nothing. But they're going out to the left-hand side. And as I say that, Milford here with the ball. As I say that, Milford gets out to me, David Mead. 40 minutes out, 45 minutes out, 50 minutes out, 55. Oh, my God, he gets the offload away and gives it straight to the Storm. Oh, my God, the Broncos finally do something good, and then that's what happens. Oh, my God. David Mead, brother, that was 0 tackle, bro. That was 0 tackle. Fit with Cole. Cole Hekatoa says, Broncos are not a marquee club, so overrated franchise. Well, absolutely not. They're not an overrated franchise. They have been fantastic in their history up until 2015. They were unreal, but they've really fallen apart in the last couple of years. But besides the last 5-6 years, they are one of the most storied franchises in the sport. I hate the Broncos because I'm a Titans fan, right? But I dislike them. I don't hate them. But like, no. I guess I can't ever hate him because Darren Lockie's my favourite player ever. But it's going to be... Oh, look at this. Raymond Smith. Sorry, Jennings. Jennings with the ball. Jennings still going here. Jennings gets it off to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen here. Pappenhausen still going to go himself. And he's going to be at 5 metres out here from the line for tackle. Mikalesh says, what's the score between Brumbies and Waratahs? Not sure, man. Chance here for the Storm. Offloads it. It's going to be... Oh, geez. Good catch there by Farnworth. Good catch there. Nora says, what's up? Hello, Nora. Who are you going for in this game? T3 Duffy says, Pappenhausen and Dally M. He's definitely going to be up there, man. He's definitely going to be up there. But I still think the Storm have got to be a bit worried. Like, they haven't scored in the second half yet, FYI. Haven't scored in the second half. And the Broncos have actually not been terrible in the second half. They've been a bit bland. But we need to see the Storm have a good second half. They have not had a good second half since the semi-preliminary final of last year. And look, the Broncos here again, they're making some good meters. 45 minutes out. The Broncos are making some good meters. The Storm don't know how to play second halves. Jared Troy says, Melbourne are a genuine top 4 team. They get 3 State of Origin players coming back next week. I think they're around it. I don't think they're better right now long-term wise than the Rabbitohs and Panthers. I think you can make an argument against the Eels, but I think Eels might be consistent during the regular season. But I think Storm beat them in the finals, as they always do. I think that Storm are better than the Raiders. I have not been impressed with the Raiders at all so far this season. And you'll see that tomorrow. So second tackle here, 25 minutes out here from their own line. It's going to be Raymond Smith here playing the ball here for Pappenhausen. And on second tackle, the Storm coming out of their own end. They need to show us a good second half. Jake Jackson says, hi Blaze. Hello Jake, how you doing? Nick Hill says, Harry Grant back in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, can't wait to see Harry Grant back with this team. Hopefully that gets me going again in regards to the Storm. Hopefully that makes me believe in them again. Chine says, can't believe the people dislike the video. Man, the people who dislike the video is because they can't watch the game live. Due to broadcasting restrictions, it's obviously illegal for me to show it. It's what it is, man. They don't realise the analytics still help the channel. So, like, you can do what you want, really. But, yeah, no, it's just because they want to watch the game live for free, even though it's on Channel 9 right now. You could watch it. But yeah, they want to watch it for free on here, and they don't realise they can't do it legally. So Broncos have the ball here, 12 metres out from their own line. Mason Experience says Storm finished top 4, not top 2 this year. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely top 5 is my opinion. Absolutely top 5. I don't think I can guarantee them 100% top 4. I could probably give you an 80% chance, but I don't think I can guarantee them top 4. Farnworth gets slapped down there about 24 metres out. Dasmate says they don't have $20 for KO. Isn't it on Channel 9? Wouldn't it be on Channel 9 right now? It's a Friday night game. I know it's Good Friday, but isn't this the Friday night game? Duffy says Pappenhausen has scored every point, right? Yes, Pappenhausen has scored all 24 points for the Melbourne Storm. Fatima says, next Saturday I might be late because I've got a footy game. Good luck in your footy game. Slim Sandler says, Broncos are such a toxic fan base. Absolutely. Broncos here with the ball. Milford here. Oh, good tackle there by Cameron Munster. Oh, Munster with a great tackle. He's been shocking in this game, but that was a terrific tackle. Dearden here. Oh, Pappenhausen's just absolutely slammed him, and that's going to be a terrible kick because of that. Not Pappenhausen, sorry. Who was that who got the tackle? Oh, Pappenhausen's got the ball now, though. He's going to break through. Ooh, 35 minutes out. Bro Bessie says, I kind of hope they don't make it to the grand final and lose the grand final at least. I don't think they do. I think Panthers and Rabbitohs are much better than the Storm. We obviously saw the Panthers beat them with no Cleary and no Apicottisau and no Dylan Edwards for the second half. The only player that were missing was Pappenhausen, who has been fantastic today. But in the same sense, I still think the Panthers beat them. With both full teams, basically. Storm lost the Eels. I think the Storm beat the Eels. Oh, third tackle. They're going to kick it for Adokar here. Adokar! Oh my God, good play there by Isako, actually. Just nearly knocked it on too. But just the kick wasn't exactly the greatest. Dasmate says, Duffy's, yeah, he has. Wildcard says, who do you think will get the wooden spoon this year? Cowboys or Bulldogs? At this point, Cowboys or Bulldogs? I think Broncos are better than last. I think they're a bottom 4, bottom 5 team, but they're better than last. I think, he's onside. I think Manly with Trbojevic back will be better than they have been, but there's still a long way to go before that team becomes good again. It's not a fullback that's holding them back from being a good team. It's just the team is not looking that great right now. Kieran Foran's not the best for him. Cherry Evans is looking woeful. The number 9, who is it? Is it Cust, is it? It's not really a 9. Their fullback, Trbojevic, obviously he'll come back, but he always is injured. Is that knock on or knock back? He's offside there, Pappenhausen. Oh, wow. So Jennings is going to knock that back. He could have been caught offside there if Pappenhausen grabbed that. Chromatic says, Pappenhausen is very good. He scored them all. Yes, exactly right. Edmund Kadanga says, thanks, buddy. Love your channel. Appreciate you, man. So second tackle here for the Storm. What is it? 25 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're around here. We just hit 100 likes. Let's go, buddy. Shamack it, baby. Shamack it. Dixie says, hi. Hello, Dixie. How you doing? But, yeah, look, I think the Storm have definitely done a lot better in this, a lot better in that first half than we were originally expecting. Oh, Terry Moore, thank you very much for subscribing, but that is going to be a penalty here for the Broncos for obstruction. But thank you very much for Terry Moore for subscribing. Trying to explain what the wooden spoon... wooden spoon is for newcomers. So the wooden spoon, man, that's a prize. It's a prize. A prize you get for coming last. So a wooden spoon basically just means you come last in the competition. You will see a video on the channel explaining it very well and nicely if the Broncos get it this year or somebody. I was going to do it last year, but I couldn't, unfortunately, obviously. But yeah, the wooden spoon is basically for the worst team of the competition who come last. Roger Killer says, I think the Storm is better than the Bunnies and Panthers. They just get in the hang of Cameron Smith not playing with them. Disagree. I can't understand why you're saying that, but in the same sense, it's your opinion. But no, I definitely think the Panthers are better than the Storm. I definitely think the Panthers are better than the Storm, and I think the Rabbitohs will beat the Storm as well, yes. I think the Rabbitohs beat the Storm. Justin Olam with a huge tackle there. Third tackle there for the Broncos. They're going to be pushed back from the 20-metre line to 32 out. Oh, my God, another good tackle there by the Storm, Justin Olam. My goodness me, this bloke's a bloody killer. He's a killer, man. Papua New Guinean killer, baby. Mr. Tim Sampson's Gold Coast to make top 8. Absolutely, man. Let's go. Vlog coming out on Sunday from the Titans-Raiders game tomorrow. So, fifth tackle with the Broncos, 25 minutes out here from the line. Jared Troy says the Panthers are looking slick. They do, and they don't even have Cottesau back yet. Milford here, Dearden. Oh, Storm here on the back foot. Jeez, look at this. Broncos here. Gets it out to New. New kicks it through. Good kick, and it's going to be Munster here with the ball. He's going to get out. He's going to get... Oh, my God, that's terrible from Coates. That's terrible, terrible defence from Coates. They let him get out there. Sport Reactions, the Storm beat the Rabbitohs. Yeah, but we all know exactly what I'm talking about, Sport Reactions. Like, the first 25 minutes in this game is very worrying for me for the Storm. Yes, they've scored 4 tries in the space of 10 minutes, but they've done nothing outside of that. They haven't looked good in the second half. The Broncos have probably looked better in the second half so far. They didn't look good in the second half against the Panthers in both the grand final and last week's game. They didn't look good against the Eels in the second half. And they didn't look good against the Rabbitohs in the second half. The Rabbitohs came home strong and just, unfortunately, were a bit too short in the end. But no, I think if the Rabbitohs played the Storm right now, I think the Rabbitohs win. You add Harry Grant to the mix, and maybe you might change that. But in the same sense, we can only go off what we've seen so far. And I think the Rabbitohs so far have been the better team. Besides that one game. Marcus Blessington says, "Hey, legend. Hello, mate. How you doing?" Josh Sam says, "What do you think of the Titans will go tomorrow? 1 or 2 point win?" So, all good offload there by the Storm. Very good offload here. Addo here. Oh, Pappenhausen was sneaking through underneath. You saw him making a little bit of an adjustment there. But he couldn't get the ball, unfortunately. Roger Killer says, the next time they get to play Panthers and Eels, they will definitely beat them. I believe they'll beat the Eels, yes. I think they'll smack the Eels. They're always a better team than the Eels. Usually, Storm are going to score a try here. There you go. That is terrible defense from the Broncos. Oh, my God, it's painful. Ooh, I feel like I've got a headache above my eye. That's how painful that was. I don't. But that was just the worst defending I've seen from a high ball in a long time. Like, who is letting the ball bounce in that situation when you've got 4 Storm players right there? You've got 4 Storm players right there. You let the ball bounce. The Storm are going to score there. It's going to be 28-6 with the kick to come. Who is letting the ball damn well bounce? Bro Bessie says, hopefully the Warriors win the grand final. I don't think they even make the top 8, mate. But hopefully for you, man, they do all right, mate. Hopefully they do all right for you, but not for me, man. I don't think they're that great. But, jeez, that's terrible there from the Broncos. And I think it was David Mead who let that ball bounce, wasn't it? George Jennings is going to score for the Melbourne Storm. Yeah, Mead, I don't know what Mead's doing. He looks terrified there. You can't let the ball bounce there, man. And Milford and Farnworth didn't even come back. Brandon De Silva says, can you please just say my name and who got the try? Brother, just ask the try and I'll read your name out. But thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Hope you smack that thumbs up button. But the person who scored the try was Jennings for the Melbourne Storm. Melbourne Storm score again. And finally, we've got someone on the score sheet for the Storm who isn't named Ryan Pappenhausen. But guys, 20 minutes left here of this game. The Storm have won it, obviously. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We're very close to getting to 9,000. I'm going to be giving away a NRL jersey when we hit 9,000 subscribers. So what are we, like 300, 200 away or something like that. So obviously subscribe because I will be giving away an NRL jersey to one of you guys just for being subscribed and just to give back to you. Like I said before on a couple of other streams, I'm going to be giving away a jersey of the sport that I create content for every time we hit an extra 1,000 subscribers. So first 9,000, 10,000 might do an AFL Guernsey, 11,000 might be a baseball. We'll see how we go. Jackson Technical Stuff says, did you rate Michael Jennings before you know what? I rate anyone who plays the Storm, man. I always rate anyone who plays the Storm under Craig Bellamy. Bro Bessie says, hopefully the Warriors win the grand final. Good luck, mate. So 20 minutes to go here, and Pappenhausen will miss the kick. He will miss the kick to the left-hand side. Oh, no. Oh, no. Duffy says, BKRsport, please say my name. Please, please, please. Huge fan. No, you suck, mate. You suck. You've been on a year, right? No, sometimes. So 28-60 with 20 minutes to go. Jason Craig says, what about the Broncos? I don't know, mate. I don't know why you're asking us. That's a ridiculously stupid decision. And it was always, what? What, brother? What? I predicted 52 to 10, the final score being in this game. Arthur Joseph says, who just scored? Jennings just scored for the Storm, man. So Broncos kick it off here, and there's 20 minutes left. Brandon De Silva says, is it just me or you're just a hilarious YouTuber? Mate, I hope it's not just you. I hope it's everyone. But see how we go, eh? Samuel Allen says, where did all the OGs go in the stream? The OGs? Buddy, all the Broncos fans from before? Like I said, man, there's a lockdown in Brisbane for internet at this point. There wasn't a lockdown until probably about 25 minutes into the game. But there was definitely a lockdown on the internet in Brisbane. Especially in the household of Golden Anime. Josh Sam says, I think the Warriors will finish 11th this season. Nah, they'll probably finish 9th. They could even finish 8th, but I've got them probably about 9th. They're much better than I thought they would go, but I've got them about 9th. So Jermaine Asako there gets out to the 20-metre line. And Broncos here, they need to score, and they need to score quickly, man. Oh, that's terrible from Tessie New. Mr. Tim Sand says, to be honest, Gold Coast have a promising future, a lot of young and up-and-coming talent. Absolutely, man. It's going to be a very exciting few years for the Gold Coast with David Feeder, Tina Fasil Malawi. Mitch Rain's been pretty good, actually, in hooker role, despite having question marks around him. Ash Taylor going for a lot less money, which means we can probably get a bang backline player, potentially. I heard Tony Staggs is in the market, but I don't think that'll happen because he'll want to play in the halves, and I don't necessarily believe it. But then again, I don't believe necessarily that Holbrook has the belief in Ash Taylor like previous coaches have. I love Ash, and I think he has so much ability and so much potential, but I haven't really gotten the biggest belief from Justin Holbrook in regards to Ash Taylor. So it wouldn't necessarily surprise me if he was moved on, but personally, I love Ash, so would love to see him continue, but, he wasn't bought by Justin. So 18.5 minutes left here. First tackle over the Storm, 40 minutes out here from their own line. Nassif Chowdhury says, thoughts on the Warriors Roosters. I'll be vlogging this game. I'll be at the game. I think that it's a difficult game to predict. I'm probably going to go with the Warriors to win. I'll be supporting the Roosters because they're the home team for the vlog. But I'm probably going to say that the Warriors win. But I would not be surprised if the Roosters win despite all their injuries because I don't rate the Warriors. And the Raiders game was actually the one that proved that to me, why I don't rate the Warriors. Alki says, as a Canberra fan, I've been pretty disappointed for the start of the season. Hopefully we can turn around tomorrow. I will agree with the first half and disagree with the second half. But no, I have been very disappointed with the Raiders so far. Yeah, I didn't think they were that good against the Tigers, despite running home with it in the end against the bottom 14. Here we go. Storm here. Oh, Kenny Bromwich with 2 kicks in a game. That's 2 kicks in one game for Kenny Bromwich. But it's going to be Broncos with the ball 5 minutes out. I thought the second game for the Raiders, they beat the Warriors. That was the Knights, wasn't it? Oh, was that forward pass? That was a forward pass. Thank you. That's a forward pass for the Broncos, and the Storm are going to get the ball here. That's a penalty. That's a clearly deliberate penalty. That's a clearly deliberate forward pass there. That is a penalty to the Storm, but they're not going to give a penalty. They're just going to call it a forward pass. That's a clear, not deliberate forward pass there. So the Storm will have the ball here 10 metres out here from the Broncos line. Can't remember who the Rays played in the second game, but they weren't that great. The third game, they were woeful after the 60th minute due to the fact of the injuries, but still fell apart. Nora says, where will Milford be next year? I don't know, probably Centrelink. Sport Reaction says, good job, Xavier Coates. No, that wasn't Xavier's fault. That was Tessie News' fault for passing that ball forward, to be honest with you. So Storm should score here. I predicted 52-10. It probably could be 52-6, to be honest with you. 24 more points in 16.5 minutes wouldn't surprise me, especially with the Storm scoring right now. Munster here with the ball, 10 metres out. Jared Troy says, be interesting to see how the Roosters cover their halves. Yeah, Sam Walker comes in. Manu goes up to the halves. They bring in Joseph Suwali into the centres. It'll be interesting to see how they go, yeah. But like I said, I'll be vlogging this game, so there'll be a vlog out on Monday or Tuesday because I've got that Sharks Cowboys that I'll put out on Monday. Warriors Roosters Tuesday. All right, second tackle here. Left-hand side. Oh, Pappenhausen outside to Jennings, and Jennings is going to score a try. And Pappenhausen with the assist. Ba-boom! Good night, Irene. 32-60 with a kick to come. The Storm score, and Pappenhausen with the assist to Jennings. Pappenhausen has to get the man of the match and 3 points in the Dally M. It's an incredible performance here. Unbelievable. Another try here for the Melbourne Storm. Jackson Errol left in round 3, Canberra versus Sharks in 1-10-12. Round 2, but yeah, that was definitely not a Raiders performance to remember. That's probably why I forgot about it, because the Sharks deserved to win that, should have won that, but didn't because Chad Townsend missed 3 penalty kicks and only lost by 2 points. But the Sharks definitely deserved to win that game. Blaze Egypt says, why didn't Mead challenge him? I think Mead's a little bit too far inside here. That's on Farnworth. No. You can't blame Mead for that. Farnworth is way too far in. He's covering the inside of the centre there. I think he's waiting for Pappenhausen underneath. So Pappenhausen's here. I think Farnworth came in, and that forced me to come back in as well to cover the centre, which means that Jennings is going to be over there free on the wing there. So, the Storm score there. Easy try there for George Jennings. And that was mainly because of Farnworth, not because of Mead, in my personal opinion. Mr. Tim Tam says, get rid of Milford and Isaka and bring back Declan. Didan, and I don't know, fullback. Didan? Who's Didan? Jake Jackson says, Panthers are the best. They're the best this year so far, yeah. What a play, though, from the Storm. My goodness me. Pappenhausen, Farnworth way too far in there. That try is bad defense from Farnworth, not from Mead. Scotty Brown says, go Titans, I don't like Canberra. Good on you, mate. Let's go tomorrow. Anthony Willis says, Milford has got to go. Broncos can't keep doing this to themselves. Yep, Kevin Walters, I'm sorry, but I know about what's going on behind the scenes at Broncos, and he is not doing the goods. He is not doing the goods in regards to their culture. He's not helping this team improve. He's not getting this team back on track. I'm sorry, but there gets to a point where you have to stop believing in a man that is just there for his own financial gain, and is just there to bring his friends along for the ride. Sport Action says Croft is a bum since leaving us. Croft wasn't even that great when he was at Melbourne, in my personal opinion. I thought he was okay, but I thought he got the job done. I never really thought he was that great. But 14 and a half minutes to go here, guys, and I'm still backing in I'm still backing in at 42 to 6. I'm still backing in at 52 to 10. Maybe not Broncos to score a try, so 52 to 6, but I'm still backing 52 points. Bro Bessie says, what team do you go for? Do you not have a team? I'm a Titans fan, man. I'm from the Gold Coast, so you'll know that if you've subscribed to the channel. You'll know that because we do a lot of Gold Coast stuff on here. I'll be at the game tomorrow, like I said, but no, I'm a Gold Coast fan. And Giants says, someone predicted 40 to 6 and woohoo. Did they really? Well, they're going to be close. I'm still backing in the 52 point start. I'm still backing in the Storm to score a few more tries here. So Pappenhausen with the ball. He's going to... no, it's not Pappenhausen. Sorry, it's Christian Welch. Jackson Earlsoft says, yeah, he's playing halfback. Croft is on the bench. Hamid says, say my name. Mate, just buddy, say a normal comment and I'll say your name. Or I'll say it just then, but just ask me a question and I'll read your name out. So I do with everyone. Mr. Tim Sand says, what's your opinion on Isako? Well, I've actually got plenty of videos on the channel where we got other creators and we reviewed kind of the overall, I guess, landscape of positional players and ranked them. Oh, chance here. Adokar, maybe. Olam, pass the ball, bro. Why doesn't Olam pass the ball ever? Like, brother, I get that, buddy. What's his name? What's the man that we never mentioned in this channel's name? I can't remember. He used to play for the Storm, cost him a grand final. Oh, Raymond Smith here. Ooh, wait a second. I'll answer your question in 1 second, brother. They're fit tackle of the Storm. They're 25 metres out here. Chance here to, 15 metres out. Jerome Hughes kicks it over the top here. Storm Pappenhausen. Oh, my God, bro. He knocked it on. Damn it. Oh, wait. Is this a knock on or what? Did it go backwards or what happened here? They call no try here. Will Chambers, you son of a bitch, does, mate. I know I asked for it, but I hate you for saying the name. Yeah, Justin Olam is becoming a very massive Will Chambers. Tell ya, by not passing it. Great player, but so was old mate. So I'm pretty certain the Pappenhausen knocks this ball on. But look at this, the Specky from Will Chambers. Shit, man. Now I'm thinking about that, man. Specky from Ryan Pappenhausen. But does this ball come backwards here off Ryan or what? And Pappenhausen grabs the ball there. It goes backwards, maybe. That's gone backwards, does it? That's gone backwards. That's gone backwards there for Pappenhausen. I think that's going backwards because he pulls his hand back. I think this is a try. That's a tackle as well, by the way, from the Broncos. So that's a penalty regardless. What? Excuse me? That's a tackle in air. What? That's backwards though. This is a backwards ball. This should be a try. This should be a try. How is that not a tackle in air? That's gone backwards anyway. That should be a try. No, he doesn't. The bunker's been horrific tonight. The bunker's been horrific tonight in many aspects. That's a clear try for me, and also that's a tackle in air. That's 100% a penalty. I think that's ridiculous. That's not only a penalty, but that's also a try. It's not a penalty try, but how is that not... How is Croft... That's Croft tackling him there. Croft has tackled him in the air. That's ridiculous. That's actually outrageous that that's not been a penalty, but it is what it is. Blazy says, of course, as soon as Broff comes on, 1 second, it's hiding. Shit goes wrong. Nah, shit's been going wrong for a long time with the Broncos, man. But what was I going to say? Someone asked me a question about the Titans. And Fafita. Bridget AJ says, what's your opinion on Fafita leaving the Broncos to go Titans lose or gain? Well, I'm a Titans fan, so I think it's an absolutely fantastic game for the Titans. He's going to be one of the front runners for the Dally M this year alongside players like Pappenhausen, based on the way the game's played and his size, and the way he's played already. So it's an absolute massive loss for the Broncos, and it's the most ridiculous loss ever. Like, you don't let players like that go. This is why you don't let Katoni Staggs go if you're a Broncos board member. You do not let Katoni Staggs go at any cost, and especially considering the Titans are potentially looking to go for him, there is no way you let younger brother, Gold Coast Titans, take not only your best player in David Fafita, because Fafita was their best player. I 100% rate Fafita and said, Pappenhausen's away here, Pappenhausen's away here, could be on 5, he's going to score 5, then he gets it off inside, Storm here, why did he pass the ball? My God, Pappenhausen's been unreal though. But no, there's no way you let younger brother come and steal not only your best player, but then steal your best centre as well. One of the best centres in the game. Olam with the ball here. He's not passing it. He's not passing it and won't pass it. He's still down here, 15 metres out. Second tackle here for the Storm. Second tackle here for the Storm. Out to the right-hand side here. It goes off to Munster. Munster here. Out to the right-hand side again. Gets it behind. Oh, 6 more. Set again. Set. Restart again. Cameron Munster here with the ball. 12 metres out here from the Storm line. It's a set restart. It's going to be first tackle. Second tackle coming on up. Christian Welch with huge run. Look at him. He wants to try. Gets the offload away. Storm could score here. Eisenhuth. Oh, held up. But no, there's no way you could put a positive spin on David Fifita leaving the Gold Coast Titans at any stage, ever. There's no way on any planet losing David Fifita is a positive in the slightest at any damn well stage. Alrighty. So it's going to be Storm here with the ball. Second tackle, third tackle, now 3 minutes out. Thank you very much, Sharon Watt, for subscribing. Appreciate you. Third tackle here. And Nico Hines with the ball out to the left-hand side here. Gets it off. Oh, high tackle maybe? No, high tackle on Bromwich. And he's going to be held up there. I'm pretty sure that was a high tackle. Anthony Willis says Broncos management has got to be the issue and obvious reason why Bennett left. Bennett was nearly leaving to the Roosters back in 2008, 2007. So there's been a lot of problems since back then that Bennett probably wanted to leave. But it's obviously become... No, I think he just wanted to show his coaching pedigree that he didn't need the Broncos to be able to be as successful as he was. That's why he left. He wanted to show that he could do it anywhere, and he did do it with the Dragons, and he's probably going to nearly do it with the Rabbitohs. Is that played at? No, 6 again. No, still last here. Offload to Pappenhausen. Oh my God, how did he offload that? Oh, Munster. Try time. Cameron Munster playing for Melbourne City. Gee whiz, what a goal, what a try. Munster gets the ball on his foot, bounces it through, and that's an easy try there for the Melbourne Storm on fifth tackle. Wowee. So it's going to be 36-6. It's going to be 38-6 here with the kick to come. My 52 points is still on. But wow, Cameron Munster is definitely going to be playing for the bloody... he's definitely going to be playing for Melbourne City anytime soon. Mason Experience says, United win, Bulldogs win, Storm going to win. Great night here. Yeah, buddy doggies with huge win, the Western Bulldogs. My God, huge win in Melbourne. Dasmate says he won them the wooden spoon as well. Who did? Mason Experience says Melbourne, Melbourne. There you go. Munster, gee whiz, good try there. He's been terrible tonight, but that's a good play there by Munster. And Pappenhausen with the offload. My God, how did he get that? Is that going to, by the way, is that going to be an assist for Pappenhausen there? Because he does get the ball back there and it goes to the boot of Munster. But is that an assist for Pappenhausen too? Because he does get the offload away. And then Munster just boots it through. Surely that's an assist. Dean Paposalou says, do you reckon Matt Burton will regret signing with the Dogs next year? Abso-goddamn-lutely. Anthony Willis is pretty sure there was an issue between Bennett and management. Could be wrong. No, you could be right. You 100% could be right. But in the same sense, that probably is the second time around. I don't think the first time around there was. I think maybe the second time around, yes. Because obviously he left the Broncos, went to the Dragons, won with the premiership there in like 2010, 2011. Then went to the Knights, was dog shit there and killed that club, absolutely demolished that club into the ground and drilled their buddy's soul into the dirt. And then left, and then went back to the Broncos, got into the grand final, lost the grand final, and then now he's at the Rabbitohs, obviously. And he probably left the Broncos due to the fact that either he could see it regressing, the club culture, or because of what you're saying in regards to the club management. Blazy says, I'm going to just follow a new team. Brother, no. No, you won't. Roger Killer said, just subscribe. Thanks so much. I'm in the village and can't watch the game. No, you're all right, man. I wish I could show you the game, obviously, but due to broadcasting restrictions, it's illegal. But no, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. And we've got about 9 minutes to go here, guys. So don't forget, smack the thumbs up button. We're on 114 likes already. Smashing it. But thumbs up, little baby up, and also subscribe if you're only around here. Desmond says, don't change teams. No, you don't change teams, man. You don't change teams. I've seen my team win 2 wooden spoons in 10 years, and you're telling me because of one buddy... Well, to be honest with you, Broncos are pretty bad, so they could win 2 spoons in 2 years, but it's not going to happen. The Broncos aren't that bad. They're bad. They're bad, but they're not as bad as some of these other teams. Man, I just finished doing a stream. Dad's mate, he knows the team that's worse than the Broncos right now. He absolutely asked this moderator, Dad's mate, you know. He knows all about a team that's a bit more shit than the Broncos right now. Peter Kimbe says, for the good old Broncos at this early stage of the competition this year, Milford has to go. Replace Milford for Broncos to be competitive in 2021. Do you think tonight's result is Milford's fault, though? I thought Milford was one of the better players here for the Broncos tonight. I think Milford was one of their better players tonight. Not that he was good, but I think he was one of their better players in a really shit team. I thought his attacking options was better than others. I thought that defensively he wasn't great, but no one's been great defensively for the Broncos. I'm not really too certain why Milford's getting too much hate tonight. I understand it in regards to the season so far. He was absolutely diabolical against the Titans. He was good for the first half against the Eels, but fell apart in the second half. It wasn't great against they played last week until the 60th minute against the Bulldogs, but he still wasn't even that great in the last 20 minutes. That was mainly a Sarko. I don't think that he should be getting copping hate tonight. I think if anyone, look, Dearden, you need to be taking Croft out and giving a full game with Dearden and Milford in the halves if you're Broncos. There's just no way Croft deserves to be in the spot right now. I'm sorry, there's no way that Croft deserves to be the man for the Brisbane Broncos. We've seen it's not working, so, jeez. Tell you what, Jared Troy, trust me, it's not a loophole. I know all about the the NRL is the most strict sport in the world for copyright, trust me when I say this. I've been everywhere, man, in regards to this with them. But the Broncos here, out of the left-hand side, he could score a try here. Could score a try over the top to all the bloody Seagulls. Leave it, Ryan. Okay, no, don't leave it then. And he's still going to get out, is he? He's still going to get out. Oh, bro, he's still going to get out of there. Jeez. Blitz YouTube says Bulldogs get 0 to something every game. Man, they haven't scored a points in 80, 60, 81, 60, 240. 243 minutes ago was the last time the Bulldogs scored 8 points. 243 minutes ago was when the last time the Canterbury Bulldogs scored a point against anyone. And they played the Broncos, who are losing 38-6 right now with 6.5 minutes to go this game, last week and lost 24-0. That tells you how bad this Bulldogs team is. 243 minutes. Ridiculous. Alki says Broncos have averaged to conceding 35 points in the last 9 games against Melbourne. Fair enough though, man. There's a reason. It's because the Melbourne Storm are much better than this shithouse Broncos team. It's just a fact. Duffy says Melbourne really need to advertise NRL more. It's sad the crowds they get. Why? Why is it sad the crowds they get? But right now the AFL is playing. There's no way. If it's a Collingwood game, I don't think Collingwood played last night against the Lions. If it's a Melbourne team right now playing at the MCG or at Etihad, or what is it called, Marvel, sorry. That same changed all the time. You're not going to get a good crowd at the Storm. Because the AFL is always going to be the number one sport, Victoria. TW says they're always winning. Yeah, but Victorians don't care, brother. It's like advertising the Swans when they were good in Sydney. They didn't get good crowds. They kind of got okay crowds, I guess, for the Swannies. But the Suns, doesn't matter how good they're going to get, they're not going to get that great crowds. The Lions don't get that great crowds, and they're fantastic. People don't care about AFL in Queensland, New South Wales. People don't care about Rugby League in Victoria. So you're going to get your fans there who are Storm fans through and through, who will go to the game, like you see here. It's still a good crowd for Rugby League, I guess. And you'd actually expect less than that. Look at the A-League crowds, man. Melbourne City and Melbourne Victory get terrible crowds. Absolutely disgustingly low. And Victory are a very, very successful team. This year, granted, they're the worst team in the comp by a long way, but in the A-League, they get nothing. And they've been a very successful team for a long time. Chine says, no one should be getting any blame right now for Bronx, especially this team is getting worse every year, meaning the team's work is trash. This team isn't worse than what they were last year. Last year, they were much worse than what they are this year. This year, they've actually found ways to at least compete at some stage in the game. They competed against the Eels in the first half and were up 16-0 before they lost, so at least they can take a positive in the first half. The second game against the Titans, although their first pass was absolutely ridiculous that it was a try, because it wasn't. It was clearly a knock-on from Carrigan. Besides that, the Broncos still only lost that game by 12 points, even though they realistically got flogged off the park in that game by David Fafita and the forwards for the Titans. Munster here. And then last week, they beat the Bulldogs 24-0, so at least they got a good result against a team that they're fighting to not get the spoon with. So Munster here with the ball. Fitz tackle, kicks it through, and that was a terrible kick from Munster. Jared Troy says, what time is the Roosters Warriors match on? 6:15 p.m. here in Sydney. I'll be going to that game. I won't be streaming it. I'll be going to that game. At 6:15 p.m. here in Sydney, that game will be on Sunday. Bro Bessie says, who's your favourite Titans player? Me. No, I'd probably say right now Tina Faisal Malawi. I love Brimo, but I love the way these two forwards that have come into our team are going to be playing in this new game setup. I really think fullbacks are going to take a back seat in regards to how quality overall they've been over the years. I think that really people are going to start to see a switch or a adjustment in the way that we watch rugby league. I think you're really going to be looking more so at players like BKRmy. That's a knock on here from Brisbane Broncos. No, fifth tackle in their own 30 metres line. Oh my God, they're at 30 metres out from their own line. They've got tackled on fifth. Wow. Milford, what are you doing, bro? But I think you're going to see an adjustment where you're going to be looking more at players like Fafita and BKRmy than the fullbacks. Tedesco, Billy Slater, all these players over the years, that's been the position that most people look at. But I think that with the speed of the game and how you still need to be a sizey player with speed, Fafita and BKRmy are going to be the guys that you're going to be looking at for a long time to come. Tino Fa'asuamaleaui in the lock role as well. Like, they're going to be the guys you look toward for the future. And that's why I think that these kind of guys can honestly win the Dally M this year or in the next couple of years, because that's the way the game is adjusting. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Second tackle, Pappenhausen kicks it out here to Addo-Carr. I don't know what Addo-Carr, what is Pappenhausen doing there? It's going to be a drop out here, though. Samuel Allen's Dragons will be top 8 this year. They have played nobody, right? They lost the Sharks, who aren't that good. They beat the Cowboys, who are a wooden spoon team. They beat Manly, who are a wooden spoon team. The Dragons are still shit. I don't get how people are hyped on them. You have to be a Dragons fan. The Dragons are shit. They have not played nobody. They got beaten by the Sharks, and they haven't been. They beat Manly, and it's out in the full from the Broncos off the dropout. Oh my God. Oh no. You could take the 2 here and just go for the bloody penalty and get the extra 2. But if you're the Storm here, you just go for a bit of a practice. You go for a bit of practice here and get 40 points. Just go for a bit of bloody a bit of training yard practice. I think they're gonna go for the 4. What are they going for? Gary Buganson, what team do you think is the grubbiest team in the NRL? Well, after what I saw from Flegler before, Broncos are up there. I think it used to be Bulldogs. Manly are also up there, but I would say I think they're going to take the 2 here. They are going to take the 2. Chine says Dragons are 100% shit. Amen on that. They're just not that great, man. And look, they've lost Ben Hunt. They're not beating the Knights on Sunday. I'm sorry. Josh Addo-Carr is kicking this conversion. Josh Addo-Carr is kicking this conversion. I laughed as well because Jason Bullum just said, imagine Gold Anime right now. He's watching. He's one of the 60 people watching right now, but he just can't comment because he abuses you guys too much and is quite racist with his comments. So, Addo-Carr's kicked it nicely too, so it's going to be 40-6 here. Good on you, Addo-Carr, mate. So he gets the conversion. Is that his 100th game for the Storm, 150th game for the Storm or something like that? But yeah, Josh Addo-Carr slaps that one through. But no, Gold Anime can be quite racist with some of his replies to you guys, and not necessarily. He's said something about Fiji before to me as well. So he's hidden from the channel, but he can still watch it, and I know he's a part of the 60, 70 people that are watching right now. Karen Avatar says, hey Blaze, remember when the Broncos were up 6-0? Yeah, we had a lot of Broncos fans here saying Broncos are back, baby. Where'd they gone, mate? Ooh, it seems like there's been a fire clearance sale in Brisbane. Good night, the Brisbane fans. Good night. It is very nice to see you sleeping. Dad's mate says new doggies kicking next year. You need a lot more than a winger, brother. New doggies kicker. That's great. You haven't scored a single point in 3 weeks, so he's not going to be kicking much, is he? That's great. Addo-Carr's going to be their kicker next year. I wonder if he's ever going to get a kick. Sport Reaction says 100th game for the Storm. There you go, 100th game for the Storm. So third tackle here for the Storm, and it's Kamikamiza, the big Vici boy, Tosoviti, baby. Ow, ow. Tosoviti, Cruz Trappier says, can Broncos still win? It'll be tight, but no. They would have been able to win about 5 seconds ago because you're going to go on a try a second, but not anymore. The Broncos will lose this game 40-6. They were up 6-0 at one stage, and they will get absolutely smacked. So the first 3 games of this round have been a Penrith blowout of Manly, a Rabbitohs blowout of the Dogs, and a Storm blowout of the Broncos. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about how much the Titans are going to beat Raiders by tomorrow. Eh? No, I don't know. It'll be a good game. But guys, that's going to do us for today. We smashed out both streams. Hope you guys have enjoyed, obviously. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Had a big stream today. I won't be streaming to... Sorry. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll be going to the Titans-Raiders game and going to the Sharks-Cowboys game where I'll be vlogging it. The Titans-Raiders vlog will come out on Sunday. The Sharks-Cowboys vlog will come out potentially Monday. And the Roosters-Warriors game that I am going to will probably come out Tuesday. Or maybe I might put 2 vlogs out tomorrow. We'll see how we go. On Sunday. We'll see how we go. But I appreciate you guys as always. Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are of the game so everyone else can see what your opinion is. But I'm going to, actually no, not in the chat. Comment on this video. It'll be uploaded straight after. Comment on the video your thoughts about the game. And yeah, I'm going to jump off for now. And I appreciate you as always. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.